What's going on, guys? We are back with another amazing week. We had a killer week last week. It was absolutely hilarious. We had Kimmy from Confections of a Rock Star. She was on the show. She's from Asbury Park. Her social is blowing up right now, so if you want to check out her clip, go to either TikTok or Instagram. She's got a great one going on. But we got two amazing companies with us today.
Yeah, check out my swag, bro.
That's it.
Check out my swag.
He's an official member of Kingsauce already. I think he's leaving us.
My minions are here as well.
His minions are here. So we've got guys at the table right now who were watching the show a couple of weeks ago. We were shouting out their sauce. Their sauce is delicious.
Put it on everything.
I'm not lying when I say I put it on everything. I didn't know, of course, when you get a new condiment, you don't know if it's going to take the place of some of your other stuff that you just kind of go to. But I've been putting it on pizza, wings, on everything, literally everything. Hot dog, it's been taking the place of everything. So the man who created the sauce is sitting at the table right now. His name is Carlo. I'm going to call him Chef Carlo. Chef Carlo, good to see you, buddy.
Not entirely true.
Not entirely true?
The man that invented it is the guy on the couch.
Is he really? And you're the man that whipped it up.
I'm the man that just whipped up thousands and thousands of
Awesome.
batches.
Okay, that's good to know. So we've got
give
the
my
brain
boy
trust
credit
of the
too.
sauce on the couch, which is awesome. We've got a couch here, and we've got a couple of guys from Kingsauce that are chilling over there. We've got Rob and Mike over there hanging out on the couch.
Hello, hello. Thanks for having us, fellas.
Hell yeah.
They are the guys on the couch now.
Guys on the couch.
That's awesome. We have upgraded the whole set. We got
They won't leave.
a cooler out there. So you guys really are. Did you bring a pillow?
Dude, they
some
walked
blankets?
in with road sodas, bro.
They sure did. They sure
What's
did.
up, guys?
That's right.
Immediately, I said, you came to the right show. That is absolutely the show you need to be at. So thank you for coming, guys.
Thank you.
We're going to learn all about Kingsauce. And then to my right, I've got one of the best breweries in New Jersey. That's my hat tip. I think you guys are doing amazing things. I've known him a long time. I've known him back when he was with his previous companies. He's always been ahead of the game, making really great stuff. So Jeremy Watts, what's going on, Jeremy, from the Source Brewing in Colts
Thanks for having me.
Our pleasure, man. Our pleasure. So thank you. I would like a beer, please. I need to drink something.
Yeah, here we'll start with something light.
So Jeremy's going to start us with something light. It is a white can.
This is our Cerveza Blanca. It's a Mexican style lager.
Okay.
Mexi style lager. That can is absolutely awesome
Dude,
looking.
the packaging on your product is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So
Thank you. Yeah, we got.
How many of these do we have? Do we have enough that we can each grab one, or just share the two here?
Yeah, share two, and then we'll share two.
Yeah,
the
there
guys
we
on the
go.
couch
Take this
want
gum
some.
out.
Yeah,
There
of
you
course we want one.
So look at that. That is a beautiful look. That is the way beer is supposed to look sometimes.
Jeremy, wait till you see how I pour this beer, bro.
You can be aggressive if you only pour
I
half of
am
one.
I don't know if you know this about me. This is the first time here at your show.
Yeah.
But I actually won the first annual New Jersey pour a beer into a cup contest here.
Oh, you won it.
Yeah, he won it.
I won
You're
it.
the best.
Yeah, I actually got a belt for it.
You
see it right back here?
What the belt was for. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Hell of a compliment.
It was a very
It's
tight
legit.
contest. It was
Ready?
a 1 of 1. There was no other contestants, but he just barely won it.
Yeah.
So that tells you how great his pouring skills are.
Nice.
But
Very nice.
so, yeah, we had
Sometimes I go for the hard pour, but today, I'm gonna put a nice little head on there.
Nice. There you go.
wow, yeah. So that's just such a nice, easy drinking, clean.
Right.
That's
Right.
a beer. That's just a Mexican style lager, man. It's just a clean,
fellas.
beautiful beer.
Nice
Cheers,
yeah, Let me
fellas.
finish off that
Cheers,
can for you.
fellas.
Appreciate you guys coming.
There you go. Cheers to everybody here. Cheers to Kingsauce and to the Source Brewing.
Absolutely.
We're
Tell us
getting
about
into
your
it.
shit.
So yes, I'm gonna come over here to Kingsauce first. So you guys, if you don't already see it, we've got some killer meatball sandwiches out here. That Carlo promised us some of his famous meatballs.
That's right.
When John Henderson was here. John was here 2 weeks back, and he shouted you guys out and said, when Carlo comes, ask him if he'll bring his meatballs.
Also giving
Here
out
they are,
fake
Johnny.
news on those meatballs and saying
Yeah.
that they were
Yeah.
baked.
Exactly. I mean,
Didn't say
awesome
they
that
were baked. I texted him right like that.
At the table, yeah.
I'm going to say thank you for telling us about the meatballs. Maybe don't tell us how they're made because that was wrong. But, all good. He got the meatballs here, and we're going to try them. And we're going to try it with some of this delicious sauce, I'm sure. And then also, he's got flames, and we are going to melt the cheese live. So how about I send that over to
So
you?
this is fresh semolina bread, is it
I
not?
want to give you guys the experience, you know.
Tell us what you're doing, and
So right now, I'm just getting a little bit of flame on these bad boys.
Yeah.
nice
Melt the
big
cheese
flame.
down a little bit.
Yeah.
That looks perfect
You know?
right where it is.
You know, so I don't have to burn your mic down or the studio because this place is gorgeous.
Thank
guys
you.
did a great job.
I appreciate that.
You know, I'll keep this out of harm's way.
So
I
we're
should-
just getting like a nice little crisp. We're getting the cheese
Melt the
is
cheese
just
a little
starting to
bit.
melt. We're not going for anything scalded. You don't want to just put a sear on it.
No.
You just want to melt that. I mean, it's looking
I
absolutely
mean, the
delicious.
bread comes from my family, which is Rando Bakery in Atlantic City, one of the oldest bakery in Atlantic City.
Oh,
My
there we go.
great-grandfather and his brother started back in the day, and they're still cranking out
That's awesome.
bread
So
in
they're
South Jersey.
still doing the same thing they've been doing for how long?
since 1909.
Wow.
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 Holy cow.
They've been
That's
crushing
amazing.
it.
Yeah.
They
Now,
have been
look,
crushing.
everybody grew up. If you go down to get a cheesesteak at the shore, you're usually getting Atlantic City bread,
Right.
which is no seeds. I've always wanted to be a little bit different,
Yeah.
so I like the seeds on there. It gives
I
it a
like the
nice
seeds
little-
too. Gives you a little texture difference
I
too
like
when
the
you're eating it,
seeds.
right? So we're gonna
That's right.
pass these out up
Pass
here.
them down.
I'm gonna
I'll
grab
flame up the other
one
ones real
right
quick.
there.
Oh wait. We got no plates.
We got
Oh,
those
man, did I
side
not
plates.
bring-
Where did those
Hold
little
on, man.
side plates go?
Oh man, this is
You
gonna
want me
be.
to
All right,
run
this is
that?
good.
fantastic.
No, we're gonna rock this way.
You sure?
Yeah, we're gonna
I
have
didn't
to.
even bring.
Hold
Hold on
on.
a minute. Nope.
Neil, we need you.
Neil, if you
Neil,
would,
We need you
Where you at,
ASAP.
buddy?
grab us
We
2
need-
side plates.
Neil,
2 plates.
The
some
chaos
napkins.
has
Grab
begun.
some paper
God.
plates out of the
Too
kitchen.
many. We got a
and
little
run 'em
napkin.
in.
Yeah, you
Hold
got
on, let me get the
some,
napkin.
This is live TV. No, I'll get you guys plates for real.
Yep,
TV.
we're getting plates.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucked that.
Beautiful.
There we
You
go,
should
right
grab
here,
Give
right
them
here.
some plates. Maybe grab some paper plates from the.
I
Excellent.
tasted them earlier. You know, got grandmom's approval
There should be some paper plates in.
because I
in the
showed her your
cabinet.
guys'
Slide that
show,
down to
your
him.
podcast. She's like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "I'm bringing meatballs to the guys."
That's right. So, guys, if you're just joining us, we are just getting started here. We got meatball sandwiches on the plate. You used to own a restaurant, correct? Tell me
Marcini's Kitchen.
what is it called?
Marcini's Kitchen
Thank
in
you, Neil.
Summers Point.
Okay, great. And how long did you have that?
6 years.
6 years. And then do you still own it, or
So, you know, we had a little, disagreement with the building,
Sure.
the landlord stuff, but
post-pandemic and all
yeah,
of that, right?
You know, it was tough
Yep.
surviving the pandemic, but we're still doing it, and I'm looking for a building eventually, or
Cool.
you know,
I mean, you're still making killer food, and this is going to be represented in some delicious meatballs we're about to get into.
That's right.
Would you be do we have an extra king sauce somewhere? I don't want to mess up this beautiful
Hey
display.
Neil, I seen one in the refrigerator.
Yeah,
if you
we-
wanna pull
Right
that.
above that. He's just going to be running back and forth.
We do have
we
one
got
in
one
the
right here.
refrigerator.
Oh, it's open. Beautiful.
Guy on the couch
Guy on the
hooking us
couch
up.
did it,
Alright.
Rob.
I'm going in without the king sauce first.
That's right.
Yeah, you
For
got to
the
go.
full meatball experience.
That's right.
All right, so we're getting into the meatball by itself. This was the meatball that was raved about.
A little bit of sharp provolone, regular provolone I did for you guys
my
today. They're fried. They're sat in a, good Jersey tomato sauce
Wow.
I made this morning. And,
Right off the bat, the texture of the meatball is like the first thing.
hard, right?
It's beautiful. It's soft enough. It just you don't have to chew it that much. It's just a beautiful texture, and the flavors it's just spot on. Not too again. It was represented in your sauce, and I knew I was going to taste this about this too. You like balance in food. You don't like too much of one thing, right?
Absolutely.
So I mean, if a condiment for you is not just too crazy of one flavor, but you like flavor, this is for you. That's the best way I can describe it. There's a little bit of everything, but tell me a little bit about what goes into Kingsauce.
So, we're labeling it as a condiment because we feel that it is the greatest condiment in the world. That's just the model we're going with because we believe in the product so much that it is mayo based, has a nice little tang, creamy, tangy, bold.
Yep.
We put that cap on there so that, like you're doing right now, it's easy for you to be able to drizzle if you want. They probably forgot to take that off.
Bing,
There we
bang,
go.
boom, and now it gets
Ding
all over
bong.
me.
Yep.
The drizzle is everything for me because
Drizzles everything, right?
yeah, there's something that's very satisfying for me to do it one bite at a time.
Exactly. You could just
Instead of putting it
strategize
all
and get
over
like
it.
a little bite going.
Yeah, as weird as that
And
sounds.
you don't need to saturate the rest of your food. So that's
Yeah.
why I'm getting it on it with some Kingsauce right here.
Yeah.
But you know, actually, you know, I didn't mean to cut you off earlier, but you know, Mike, he invented this 3 o'clock in the morning. Hammered.
The best things come to you when you're hammered at 3 o'clock in the
I
morning.
was gonna
right?
ask that.
Hammered.
What was
And he
the
made these
basis?
greatest chicken sliders in the world, and one of his buddies is like, "Yo, it needs a sauce, man.
Heck yeah, like a slap sauce
He's
or
like,
like a, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah.
You need that zing, that pop."
And that's what
So
you
he
guys
whipped
created.
something up in the kitchen, and that's where it started.
Yep.
First day I met him, he's like, "Yo, I need you to taste
Pass
this."
it down to my man. He said he was definitely interested in
Yeah,
the
that's
sauce.
right.
too.
Yeah.
So after that, it's when I started selling with the empanadas at the restaurant.
Yeah.
It was a dipping sauce for the chicken cutlets for the kids. It started becoming a thing, and the kids were like, "Yeah, I don't want ketchup."
Exactly.
You know?
And the kids are what really sell you on it because my kid sent you a video
It was
because
amazing.
my daughter is very picky. She only likes ketchup and she barely likes ketchup. You know what I'm saying? Like she's just not very settled in on what she can eat and what she can't. But she immediately fell in love with Kingsauce,
Awesome.
which to me it just sold me because my wife likes it, my kids like it, and I like it. We're gonna replace a bunch of other sauces in our fridge with it.
Let's move them all to the left.
Move them all. That's the way it's been. We plowed through a bottle in like 2 weeks because my whole family loves it. So that is like firsthand experience saying, all right, this stuff is not just your run-of-the-mill stuff. You tried it for the first time. What are your thoughts?
It's delicious.
Right?
Meatball,
Yeah.
it's good without
It's good
it,
on the
and then-
meatball.
It's kind of crazy, right?
I think I
Because
want it on that chicken slider, like you were talking
Yeah,
about.
that's
You
right.
know,
It's
that was
good
like
on
see the
chicken.
color, and the first thing I'm thinking is like, man, that would be really good on like a fried chicken sandwich.
Exactly.
The crazy thing about it is like you would think that like for me, especially with like meatballs with sauce, like I would never put another sauce on top of a meatball ever.
Right?
Ever.
I agree.
But the
was good,
weird
though.
thing, and not to blow smoke for you guys, but the weird thing about this particular sauce is it doesn't take away from the flavor. It's not like an overwhelming
Thank you
taste.
for that.
You know what I mean?
That's what
Which is what's great, and it kind of like the fact that it crossovers between literally any type of food: French fries,
Yep.
chicken cutlet, reheated. Which, by the way, my wife made me reheated frozen pizza that was like
That's amazing.
that was downstairs in the garage freezer for like 2 weeks.
Covers over
You know,
freezer
one
burn,
pepperoni
apparently,
slice
right?
and
Yeah,
3
there you
plain
go.
slices, and I was like, you normally have to like load it up with salt and pepper or something to like dilute the staleness of it. And I just put some of this on it, one bite at a time. Everybody knows the rules.
Yep.
That's right.
One bite at a time.
Each bite gets its own.
And it took it to like from a crappy slice of pizza to like, this is freaking good, man.
Elevated,
Yeah.
brother.
And it's good for any like you know
Our
breakfast,
buddy
lunch. Or,
Dominic, you know, he's a big fan of it.
Oh, he can't hear you when you're talking, so he's kicking on in.
Yeah.
Oh, there
He
he
just he just
You
said
talked right over him, bro. Carly was like,
can't hear him at all.
yeah, that's
That's all right.
rough. He doesn't have the
you can't
headphones
hear him?
on.
You can
So
hear him? Oh, he can't.
no,
oh, he can only hear us.
Oh.
Well, we're live. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
we'll do it live.
All right, so I'm going back to Rob.
I said
yell.
I was just saying it's good on eggs. It's good on it's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I mean, you could put it on a turkey sandwich. You could put it on a steak. You could put it on sushi. You could put it on, you know, virtually
Highbrow and lowbrow.
any. It's highbrow, lowbrow. It goes, you know, either way.
That's what I found out already. I've been using it like 3 weeks as kind of my go-to sauce. I have had it in the morning on like a breakfast burrito, and then
Perfect.
I've had it in the evening on reheated stuff, and it's gone like all the way through the day. And like he said, just drizzling
For real.
on a little bit for one bite is so satisfying because you can have a couple bites without it, and then all of a sudden, boom, one bite with it, and you're in. It's-
Favorite
Carlo-
breakfast sandwich,
Carlo,
if you
tell
like
him-
everything bagels and pork roll, egg, and cheese.
yeah.
It's one of the best.
Pork roll,
combinations.
egg, and cheese. It now would replace the
That'd be
ketchup.
great with pork roll.
Yep, 100%. Yep.
They're not
Yeah,
that-
I didn't even think about that.
We're going to talk about pork roll. Pork roll is like the state flag at this point. It's like the state meat. I'm
Listen,
here
Carlo,
to talk
man.
about Wagyu, but I
Yeah.
need to have a pork roll
We
shirt
don't call
on
it
too.
Taylor ham down there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
no.
you. That was going to be
Ridiculous.
one of my questions.
Taylor ham is the brand.
That's a brand.
It's
That's a-
not
brand.
because it's not called ham.
You don't say,
It's
"Can I
Taylor.
get a Taylor ham?"
It
is
literally
Taylor.
says
You're right.
pork
It's not-
roll.
No, but
it's
I
not
feel-
considered ham by USDA.
Yeah. 1906 USDA said that's not
It's not ham.
I mean,
not
they were
ham.
trying to luxury up their food. it would be like calling a hot dog a fillet. It's not.
right.
Now it's called the glizzy.
Yeah, now it's a glizzy.
Glizzy, yeah. It's a glizzy
And I
now.
think I saw that on like Hormel's latest release. It's a glizzy now.
No, really.
I don't
Yeah.
know, but I think
So-
they're all using it for commercials.
So Carlo, tell them from a chef's perspective why, it works so well and why it worked in the restaurant.
It works so well because it's so versatile. Like it's people are afraid to expand their taste buds.
Right.
I like the acid factor of it because it's like lemon on seafood.
Yep.
You need that little squirt of acid. I feel like that's what you're getting out of this predominantly.
Yeah.
When it pairs with anything, like especially with your piece of chicken, fried chicken, any kind of chicken. We have people from getting Chick-fil-A
Yeah.
and putting the Kingsauce on.
Yeah,
instead of
yeah,
Chick-fil-A.
100%. I've been doing all of that. And like you said, it complements, it doesn't dominate. So it's not
Exactly.
the only thing I taste when I bite into what I'm eating. It's just like it kind of rides alongside and it does a really good job of just, being a complement to the food.
Like
So
Rob put it on his green beans the other day.
Heck yeah.
I didn't
Oh,
even,
nice.
think
why
that.
wouldn't that work?
Yeah,
Of
hey,
course
I
it would.
could see it.
Yeah, why not?
I saw him and I was like, man, that's right.
That's a good idea.
Dude, you can literally put this stuff on everything.
I'm literally going to start putting my meal on my plate and then just doing a circle around the
There you go.
I
Put
mean,
a
you
drizzle
go.
on
Base,
every bite.
base your meal off of the Kingsauce.
I love that
But
you
when
guys
told me
have
about
like
your kid.
Yes.
That's how I think with my kid.
Yeah.
It was like, Dad, this is amazing. I was like, Mila, do you think your kid, your friends would like it?
Yeah.
They all go crazy over it. So we're trying to take ketchup and mustards and relishes and not say that that's the only condiment in the world.
Right.
And mayo, let's not forget about that guy. He's a big one.
Yeah, exactly.
So
But it's beautiful because it's a combo of a lot of things, and then therefore you don't have to add. Like I know a lot of people on a hamburger or a hot dog, they use ketchup, mustard, some put mayo on it, and then you're like, well, you've just smothered it in a ton of sauce. Now you've got like a combo of all of these kind of impacting you at the same
That
time
might
in
be
one sauce.
overpowering.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that might be
right.
overpowering. You might have to just it doesn't matter about the meat anymore, right?
Yeah.
If you put it on a hamburger, who cares what he just said he had it on like a freezer burned piece of pizza, and when the sauce is the feature, that's a fun deal, right? When you're like, oh, the meat's okay, but the sauce is sweet. That's a good
we
ride.
made a big prime rib the other night, and we're like, why not? We just got done bottling some Kingsauce. We deserve a little bit of prime rib.
Heck yeah.
Did it with that. It was phenomenal.
that's not on here, by the way, in your emoji.
Prime rib is not on the
It's not in your emoji
There's
key
that-
legend in the
It's
back of this
represented
right
by
here.
it's just the cow.
Okay.
Yep.
It's the entire cow. You can eat it with anything
Okay.
from a cow.
Okay. I see that now.
Touche. It is
Yeah.
covered.
There-
So, guys, if you're going to be down at the AC Beer Fest,
We
they
are.
are going to be down there tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
6 o'clock to 10 o'clock is the event, or is it 8 to 12 Friday night, right?
8 to 12.
I think
Friday
8
night.
to 12 Friday night, and then Saturday there's 12 to 4 and 6 to
Yeah.
10. They're going to have what are you going to have, a pop-up tent, and you said high tables, right?
Yeah,
like a counter height?
We have
a,
a nice, great bar we just got made by a local craftsman. It's a beautiful bar. We're gonna have some stools. People can hang out, chill out, hang out with us.
And you guys are going to be located kind of where the performance area is,
right near the stage on the corner of the adjacent, line of tents. So if
Yeah.
anyone's looking at the stage, look to the right and they'll see us.
That's beautiful.
That's
Booth
great
114.
positioning.
The logo is going to be big and bold, man.
Yeah,
I
that's
might
great.
wear my swag shirt down there as
Hell
part of the
yeah.
team,
That's right.
Come in the
and I'm
tent.
gonna go cause freaking havoc.
Yeah, there you go.
On the floor,
You'll be-
bro.
I'm gonna put you in the dunk tank and dunk you as the
throwing
Kingsauce
at the
guy.
stripper dunk tank. I'm gonna be
Yes.
doing the keg throw.
We'll mess with John's mustache.
There you go. Put a little king sauce on each
right.
tip.
A little Kingsauce
Tip of the
patch.
mustache.
Yeah, it's
Gonna run
mustache
around.
wax too.
Squirt people as I go around.
Yeah.
Do little shots. Walk around and do little squirt shots in people's
Yeah.
mouth. Squirt shot. I said that. That's going to be a fun one. Oh, and that all right, I just watched back the video. That's going to be a fucking thing.
From what I
can
hear,
guarantee that.
What's that?
My little hand gesture that I did.
Oh, boy, yes.
Already know I called myself out on it. Right when I saw it, I'm like, yeah,
Oh,
shit.
man.
All right, so how long have you guys been putting out the sauce?
I've been putting it at the restaurant for 6 years.
Yeah.
Getting it out in the world. But I was such a believer in this when Mike showed me, and I was like, dude, we have to do something. Like,
Been just recent,
people
right?
need to taste this shit. Like, it's a must. And, we started past 6 years, but going full blown, it's really been the last couple months.
Let's go.
Where
Yeah,
Mike's like, dude, we're hitting it and we're going
Yep.
hard. Let's
yeah,
go.
really. When the restaurant had to shut down,
yeah.
we figured it would be good time to go full bore
To go
King
forward with
Sauce.
it, yeah.
While Carlo's looking for a new location,
Mm-hmm.
it freed up a little of my time on the weekend, and then we pulled Rob here in. That's Junebug or Uncle Junebug, you can call him. And yeah, we got a really good team of people that we're committed to. We all have regular jobs.
Yeah.
I'm an insurance guy at Glen Insurance.
And you're the guy that wants to own the lion at the event, right?
Yeah,
the
we're gonna
insurance guy.
eventually we're gonna have a
We're
real
live-
line.
live-
He rolled in here with that line.
I love that. I love that. The insurance guy is like, we should have a lion. And
Yeah,
we should
so
have people walk around it.
We have regular jobs, we have families, so we're doing this on weekends and nights, and we're actually hand delivering bottles around South Jersey. Like if you want one bottle, you hit us up on Instagram or
That's
Facebook,
awesome.
and
real?
we deliver one
Drop it
bottle
on
at
the
a
front
time.
porch, man.
I mean, why not, right? Well, you have the
Yeah.
ability right now, and it's really that's as
Yeah.
grassroots
Going
as
old
it gets,
school,
right?
man.
Yeah, well,
you
we-
touch one person and make them a believer in Kingsauce. I mean, I have to do a hat tip to Dominic, who was the one who turned me on to
Squares
your
and Fairs,
sauce.
good dude, man.
He owns Squares and Fair, and I cannot wait to introduce the world to this place because I've been supporting this guy while he's been doing it on like a really small, quiet level. And now he's building a brick and mortar store down there, and that's exciting. So he said, "Hey, you guys got to have these Kingsauce guys on. They're making a really good sauce." And I respect him as a chef and what he's doing. So I'm like, if he thinks it's good, it's got to be good, right?
does a
And
good job.
I've been pleasantly surprised. I think
Yeah,
you
it
as
was
well,
actually
right?
kind of crazy because PJ rolled in here one day and he's like, just got my box of King sauce. And I was like, what? He's like, let me go stop and pick up some nuggies or something like that. Try it out. And I was like,
Kids' Dino Nuggets.
all right.
I went to Wendy's. I got plain nuggies
Yeah.
and spicy nuggies. And then I also got like a double with no condiments
Yep.
on it.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
And I said, all right, let's try
That's
it with
it,
some
man.
cheese and some burger and see how it plays. And right away I was like, all right, I see.
Yeah, a couple of our buddies in the industry, one Queen Bee Bistro.
Yeah.
He's doing a smash burger that's phenomenal. Not just because it has King sauce on
Sure.
it, but from how he makes it.
Yeah.
And then adding the best condiment in the world.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen the visual of him spreading it on. It just looks awesome. He says, burger looks great. Smash burgers are like the perfect avenue for a like an upscale sauce, not a sauce that's just ketchup. Ketchup feels almost like it can bastardize food a little bit because
It
it's
can
like
take over.
such a potent sugary
Super
flavor, and that's
acidic,
like all
too,
you.
yeah.
It's crazy acidic. It's like all you taste, and then like the burger isn't shining, right?
That's right. Like when you were in high school, what they had? Ketchup, mustard, mayo,
Yeah.
relish.
Yeah.
You either mixed them all together. or
Yeah.
you did
Then you
ketchup
made
and
a
the
Whopper
mayo.
sauce or whatever the hell it was, right? It was like basically a
Island.
mixture of all of
Thousand
them, right?
Island.
Yeah.
Yep.
I made fun of kids that put relish on their stuff.
Well, we
Chopped
were
up
always just
pickles?
gonna. We were just gonna put. We are the proud, sponsor of, Yankee Stadium or
Yeah.
just throw that out
Just
there
ride
on
it.
the- Yeah,
Wait for the cease
see
and
what happens.
desist.
Those,
Just put
It's
like the
serious.
official, not official in
If it-
small text. The official, not official sauce of the Yankee. I think you get away with it, right? You just can't use the Yankees logo and stuff like that. Just say the word Yankees right on your shirt.
Nah, we can. We'll just wait to get sued. We don't have.
Can't take advertising
don't have
back
any
after
mon-
people
we-
have seen it,
Yeah,
right?
good luck
man.
getting any money out of
We
us.
don't have any money.
we don't have any money, right?
I can pay you in King sauce.
Yeah.
I'll send you 12 boxes for the next 6 months.
How many pallets do you need?
Roll
Yeah.
pads, working 3 jobs
Yeah.
if we can,
You just say you're sorry and you won't do it again.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Shoot
exactly.
first and ask questions later,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly.
That's what everybody says.
That's right.
So, my point in telling that story about the sending the boxes, like that market strategy that you guys have, one bottle at a time, that works because I brought that home. PJ gave me a bottle, like here's one for the studio, here's one to take home.
Yep.
Brought that home. I love it. My wife loves it. You know what I'm saying? So like one bottle at a time
Yep.
works.
It absolutely works. And people will
Works.
talk all day about something different that they kind of like. It's like, everybody, nobody's going to your house and going, dude, you got to try this ketchup I have.
Yeah.
It's this really cool ketchup. It's not happening.
That is true.
Color catch up.
You got to see it. It's just a
You
little
gotta
darker,
try this
more
mustard. It's
robust.
amazing.
It's a cherry reduction. It's like so yeah. But this sauce, you know, it's something fun. It's fun to talk about. I love introducing my friends to it when they come over. Now I just dip a fry in that, man. Try it. That's it. And if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But most people right now are like Jeremy. They're envisioning their next food
like
with
it?
it, right?
I'm sold.
You
All
like
right,
it?
so Jeremy's going home with a bottle.
That's
So
right,
he
Jeremy.
he can
Absolutely.
introduce it to his wifey.
Show the wifey.
Yeah.
Like
Who's
you said,
gonna
one bottle at a
tell
time.
her one bottle at a time? I want some royalties from this, bro.
Yep,
You got
one
it, man.
bottle at a time.
right.
Can I get
Yeah, look.
something?
Sure.
It might cost more to get the bottle there.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
one bottle.
We're-
You get.
Just
Mike,
that,
But as long as
just
But
the
then if
first
they
one.
order 50 bottles afterwards, you know, one at a time for the next, couple years.
That's your loss leader.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? One bottle could be your loss leader, so
Exactly.
it costs you a little bit more,
Yeah.
but, down the
okay.
road.
That's
you're
our
gonna get
model.
back.
Really, what we get a chance to do is we get a chance to connect with people. I mean, it sounds a little corny. I mean, yeah, we're ball breakers, we're a little goofy, but
That's good.
At the end of the day, like we want to meet people and talk. I was standing on this lady's porch for 20 minutes the other day because she ordered a bottle, and I was there within like 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then we knew all these
boy.
people together, and she's excited, so she feels part of it. And then
That's the biggest thing. They
Yeah,
feel
man.
part of it. You feel part of the growing excitement about it. And when it really blows up, I mean, you're the hipster of the sauce, right? You're like, I was there before you. I had the shirt on. He was rocking the shirt before anyone knew what Kingsauce was,
Yeah.
And it's fun to support small business in that way.
Absolutely.
It's exactly what we do too here, And it was exciting once
We
I
love
actually.
the little guy.
Yeah, hell
love
yeah,
the little-
hell yeah. And we love the sauce because if you sent it to us and it was okay, it would still be cool that we're supporting local business, but it wouldn't be something that we're fervently telling our friends to go dive into.
We want people to tell us if it's just okay.
Yeah.
Ketchup is better.
Yeah,
Right?
where's
You're a
the
loser.
feedback, right?
You're a loser, but that's cool.
You know,
Taste, but
it's like we say, we don't take ourselves seriously, but we take our products and our food very, very seriously.
Good. And I think that's the way to live, man. Don't take anything else too seriously except for the thing you're passionate about and that you want to show to other people.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question, Carla? I'm sorry,
Sure.
BJ.
No.
You want to?
No, absolutely. Go for it.
So this is the main flavor, right? And I'm not saying there needs to be any adaptations or any changes, but do you guys have any intention, or do you guys do like any kind of like special seasonal variation of this sauce? Like for me, for example, too, and I know that I overheard part of this conversation in the rear studio. Like I'm a big horseradish fan, and I could see,
Heck yeah.
some infusion of that kind of flavor into this sauce, being something different, obviously, than your main steak. But like I would tear that up, bro.
Yep.
100%.
And that's where the condiment factor comes into play
Right.
because you're using it as a base.
Yeah, it's not a complete sauce. You could put other
I
things
could put
with
it in
You
at
can
home.
put it in there, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Absolutely.
yeah, we
You
do.
can
We
put
plan
hot
on
sauce
doing that.
And horseradish in there. We've done it.
Yep.
It's one of my favorites.
Yep. You take 2/3 that sauce and then add 1/3 of some other flavors.
Literally
that
for half of this or maybe even a quarter of it in a little souffle cup. Put a tablespoon of horseradish, depending on how
how spicy you like it.
Yeah.
Bro, start from there. Yo, you're gonna lose your mind.
You know what I would do it in
You'll
place
lose your
of?
mind.
Do you eat sushi?
Absolutely.
All right, so I love spicy sushi.
I know
My
where
kids
you're
are
at.
in love with them too now. The dynamite spicy, I would take that out and put this in its place.
We've done it.
Put a little bit of wasabi now, and now you've got elevated Japanese sushi rolls. I think that's just such
That's how you have to think of using this condiment.
Yep.
In that layer of application.
Yeah, it doesn't always have to be a complete sauce. Like it can
Yes.
be, getting you to the place you want to be, right? And just way better than taking a mayo and starting out
Put
with
it in
mayo.
your chicken salad.
Yeah.
Instead of using mayo, use this now and then spice it up how you like it.
Boom.
You know?
That's a chef's way of thinking, right? Instead of just saying the sauce is the sauce. No, it can be the start of something even better, right?
Absolutely.
So that leads me right over here to our other guest that we have,
Yeah.
who is the
yeah.
brains and the creative recipes behind, or most of them at least, right?
it's usually a collective effort.
Collective
between
collab.
everybody, but yeah.
But I'll give you credit for it because
Yeah.
you're here. I love.
I do a lot of the execution.
Yes, yeah, you are you're
a
the
fair
hands
amount.
behind it.
Fair amount,
so
as a head brewer does.
exactly. So we got Jeremy Watts. He is from Source Brewing over in Colts Neck, which is like one of the few farm breweries that are around here in New
Yeah,
Jersey,
there's a few
right?
other ones popping up.
Starting
It's
to.
starting to be a good thing. You know,
But you guys are you set that trend. You guys popped open, and then it seemed a couple of other ones did, right?
Yeah, I'd like to think that.
Yeah, absolutely. But your marketing is great. The graphics on your cans are amazing.
Thank you.
It just all comes together because when you have a good product and you also have good display for it, it just makes it like a knockout of the park.
Yeah, for us, it's, we don't have like a flagship or a staple or a mainstay beer. We don't have something we always brew.
Right.
We have a few beers that will come back once a quarter or maybe like seasonally.
Yeah.
But every week we're releasing on average 2 to 4 brand new different beers every single week.
And most of them you're blowing out of, right?
Yeah, most of them we're doing smaller size batches, not like super small.
Sure,
but
sure.
we do very limited distribution. Try
Look
not
up
to
there.
get
We
it
got
out
some of
there.
your really cool marketing.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
So, they do really good on the visuals. Their video production's awesome, and we here
Yeah, we got some great
love that.
photographers. Our label artist is amazing. She's been working with us since like day one.
Wow.
You can tell that from start to finish. You guys, you know what you're doing, and you're doing it well.
Oh yeah, that's
No.
the pizza.
You got some pizzas
So
that are.
is that the urban one, the urban location, the Philly location?
No, well, our Philly location has a full restaurant in it.
Yeah.
Which is something that
in
Jersey we weren't allowed
Fishtown,
to
right?
do. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, right in Fishtown.
All right,
In
so
Jersey, you can't have a food with a brewery,
I
correct?
think
yeah,
they can now,
no,
right?
no.
you can have food trucks
You can have
now.
food trucks now, but you can, as the owner
Yeah.
of the brewery, have your own food establishment.
It makes
Isn't that
zero
crazy?
sense.
It's
that crazy?
It's all different licensing and stuff like that, but
Zero sense.
It all just leads
You know.
back to the restaurant lobby and what they wanted. They want to make sure that
Right.
that they're protective of their liquor licenses because they paid a lot of money for them. So,
Yeah.
I mean, speaking on the craft brewers' behalf, we understand it. You understand it, but there needed to be like some give.
Yeah.
It was just crazy. Like you couldn't have a TV
Oh, it was
beyond
bad.
50,
Yeah, it was bad.
50 inches, and it couldn't have sports on unless you registered it as an event, right? Mm-hmm. Just crazy.
Wow.
So
Again, taking away from the little guy. Like,
Exactly.
Why?
yeah, hurting small business.
Because the little guy always pays the most.
Yep.
Yep.
They are the
Everybody
backbone
else
of,
reaps the benefit.
of business. That's right.
Yeah, and they
that
break
tax
the back
most.
of those
Yep.
small businesses often.
Yes.
And, only the few select survive sometimes.
And
it's
that's
just-
where all the legislation lies into the small to middle-sized business because the
Yeah.
corporations have the ability to lobby the politician
Yeah.
to benefit themselves. Not to get into politics, deep in the show, you know what I mean? But as a
lot of
small
money
business
involved.
person,
money
you know,
involved.
like I can relate to
yeah.
this 100%. I can relate to your story 100% because, subsequent, of COVID, so we had another business. We still have that business, and it provides services for live events, production services, entertainment, and lighting services for live events. So our business was shuttered by COVID.
Oh, yeah.
Receivables shuttered. No knowing when future sales would be. No past due receivables. No new sales. No anything. So not to knock on the state or go down the COVID hole that everybody knows, but there wasn't a lot in place for the small business owner, right? So they had this crazy pandemic unemployment that paid out $200 a week at best, with the promise of, hey, we'll really evaluate your revenue and we'll give you the additional funds at a later time. We just want to get you something, which never happened. So sorry to go down the hole a little bit, but we had to pivot as well to a different business that's still applicable to our skill set, which is systemic of Rect, and why Rect is really here today,
Right.
Because of that. So I can relate to your story. The beer industry,
Survived a little bit.
I feel like you guys
I mean,
thrived
you
in
know,
that.
things shut down, and we didn't have a tap room anymore.
Right.
So for us, when the brewery opened, we had no intentions on distributing beer or canning beer, for that matter. Maybe 1 or 2 beers a month,
Right.
something like that, or whatever. We were relying on our tap room regs. We have a beautiful farmhouse. We have over an acre plus of property, big outdoor space. We wanted people to come to us, hence the name The Source, right? Come to The Source. Come to us, drink the beer where it's made. Don't go to your liquor store, buy it, or whatever. Come experience the place as it is, And when we couldn't provide that for people anymore, it was okay, we had to pivot and turn ourselves essentially into a production brewery.
Yep.
Right? So everything we would put into the tanks would go into a can and we'd have to sell it out the door, and we'd have to sell out because if we didn't sell out, that money was keeping the lights on.
Yeah.
So
Had to completely change the business, and
it
thankfully,
did, I worked every single day through the entire set of COVID.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Every
Yep.
single day. Yeah.
yeah. And you know what? When the pandemic was going on, we needed our beer, we needed our whiskey, we needed our
hence
good
why we were
stuff.
deemed essential.
Exactly. That's why you were deemed essential. I posted right away on Essential Sounds Entertainment. I'm like, can I continue working because I am clearly essential?
Yeah.
And I didn't get any response, which kind of disappointed me. But I had to pivot too, and I created Back to the Movies drive-ins, which as soon as we were able to go back to work, I was working with a production company that wasn't doing anything else. They were putting on concerts, and they weren't able to put on concerts.
Yeah.
So we started doing drive-in movies all over the state and in New York. We did drive-in graduations, and thankfully it worked. But, I mean, our business lost every wedding for a year and a half, basically.
It's a lot of income.
Yeah, it was a ton.
Again, it could go down that rabbit hole because from there you had inflation and then more inflation. So the recovery area was very.
Where's the real recovery right
there was
now?
no recovery.
We're just
My
treading
rest-
water.
I had to change my restaurant 3 times.
Exactly.
For seating, no seating.
Yeah.
10 outside.
To go, like buying a ton of to go stuff. Yeah, flex glass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
little covers for the credit card machines.
You ever wear a mask in a 130
Uh-huh.
degree hotline?
Of course. And everything like that is things that you have to buy that are not, priced out and bought strategically. Now these things are going up in their price because everybody's trying to buy them. It's
gloves.
Yeah, gloves, PPE. It was crazy.
Isopropyl alcohol.
Right?
We had a mic sanitizer,
Yeah.
mic covers, all sorts of BS.
Crazy.
We had a bunch of local breweries making like hand sanitizer.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. There was a lot of distilleries that were doing that.
Claremont
too.
Distillery was one of the ones that I was talking to, and they were doing like hand sanitizer with aloe in it and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
It was pretty cool.
Real quick, Nancy Mike says, "Tell my husband Mike and Carlo hi."
That's my girlfriend, his wife.
I was kind of wondering what the dynamic of this was because it was like, "Tell my husband Mike and Carlo." So
I
it
think
was
you're
like
the king in that
some sort of
conversation if it's your
polygamous
girlfriend.
kind of.
Yeah, it gets weird down south.
Yeah.
I just
It gets weird.
Well,
Yeah,
I
it
thought
does.
it was kind of Mormon, and I want to ask which one of you was the soaker. Who's the soaker and who's the shaker?
Boy.
With
With that said,
Around because he's,
I need to be soaked again
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
my
yeah.
beer is empty.
Let's
So.
refill. I'm sorry.
Jeremy,
Jeremy,
what else
next
did you
one?
bring for us?
Jeremy.
Hoppy or fruity?
Fruity. Let's go fruity.
All right, we'll
Fruity.
do this one because it's got a great color.
So this location is in Colts Neck, right? Right down
Yes.
the street here. What's it look like? What's it sit on? Like how is the whole thing function?
So it's I think we're the second or third owners of the actual property itself.
Wow.
It was originally a turn of the century dairy barn. There was a local family who still lives in Colts Neck, the Garrett family, who owned it previous to us owning it.
Jeez.
So we, took the whole building, essentially gutted it, but left all the old barn wood in there and the bones.
Nice.
And then they went and they insulated the outside with rigid insulation, nice outdoor exterior. So the outdoor looks kind of more modern, nice colors, white, whatever, farmhousey. But the inside is all just the old original barn wood.
Yeah, it's awesome.
so
It's
it's got-
such a cool feel.
It's got a lot of characteristic to it.
It's funny because you just walk into the building and then you feel like you're walking into a throwback farm style building. But the outside, like he said, has been all cleaned up and it does look a little bit more modern and nice and bright white and green and they're doing really nice things over there, man.
cool,
So
That's
so
in right
you got a
now,
great
man.
spot.
Look at the color on this one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pour this one out.
Yeah, so this one's this is a sour ale, 7%.
Look at that gorgeous color.
You got to get something for the couch guys.
It's like
Yeah.
legit Kool-Aid, man.
Couch guys.
Look at that.
Look
Couch
at
guys.
that color. Couch guys, there's a can for you.
Come get some beers.
Yes. All right, so prickly fruit.
Prickly fruit. So this is
Prickly pear.
prickly pear cactus fruits, and a single origin Corsica clementine.
Where did you get that from? What did you guys?
So we source all of our fruit from a company called La Verges Baron. It's a French fruit company. When we receive it, it's all flash frozen fruit puree.
Look at that. Neil's got your cans up there on the screen now. Look at that.
Yeah, there it is, right
My
there.
man is
Neil.
working.
Yeah, got the clementines in there and everything.
That looks beautiful.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is
so we
crazy.
get all of our
when you
fruit
get that
from them.
clementine, it's
Yeah, a little bit of citrus, you know.
I mean, it's so
that prickly
exotic
pear.
in that it's just such a different flavor than if you're expecting just beer. And it's so fun that we drank it right after drinking a Mexican style lager. That's just a clean.
Yeah, you
This
gotta
is
start
like
with the light stuff. You know?
the other side of the spectrum as far as flavor profile goes. But I love sour beers. Sour beers are so fun for me.
Yeah, and we tend to not make them too sour.
Right.
Like the base beer itself, because if we know we're gonna add some fruit to it,
Right.
a lot of the times the fruit that you're putting in, whether it's a citrus or a lime, or
We'll add
even
a
some of
zip
like
to it.
blackberries and stuff can have a tendency of being tart.
Yeah.
You know, so it's funny.
not
you know,
lingering.
yeah. When we approach making like fruited beers or fruited sours, we always try to think of like good either desserts, cocktails, you know, anything culinary inspired.
Yep.
You know, because that's where you go for flavors. Right?
100%.
You know?
This would be great with a fish.
Yeah.
Give it
Oh,
to sea bass.
summertime
Yep.
with
Something like
this,
that, you know?
and yeah, absolutely.
Fish tacos.
Like mahi or something, or with like mango sauce on the
Yep.
top of
yeah,
fish.
chutney on the
Exactly.
top.
Yep. All of those
Or you
flavors.
complement the prickly pear, go with a little bit of that.
This is a
That up.
7%.
It's 7%.
7%.
Yep, and just so ridiculously easy to
Yeah.
drink, right?
Yeah, this goes down.
This
Yeah,
goes down like
tragically.
water.
A little bit of body to it with that 7%. You know,
Yeah.
kind of nice. It's not overly fruited, where it's one of those like heavily fruited sours where you get like chunks of the puree and stuff in it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why I never really was a sour guy because that after,
Right.
it's always it lingers way too long.
So, Carlo, being a chef, I got to tell you, when you go into craft beer, never say, I'm not a sour guy. Because I can guarantee I'll find you one that you like.
I
There's
found one.
such a different. Exactly.
He's bitter, but he's not sour. He's very
He said he's
bitter.
bitter, but he's not sour. Yeah, exactly. So,
Couch guys approved.
Yeah, I was just gonna
Couch
ask you guys.
Couch guys approved.
guys liking it?
Thumbs
Yeah, yeah.
up from the
Yeah,
couch
it's-
crew.
Jeremy, it's delicious.
Well, Rob does a little home brewing.
Nice.
You do?
Yes, I read that.
You
that
know?
I saw that you do brewing. How
I
long
do.
have you brewed for?
20 years.
Awesome. So,
Yeah.
any style
how
that
I
you
got
kind of fall onto that you like to do?
Any version of an ale, because for home brewers it's way easier to not lager.
Of
So
course.
I just do any version of an ale.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. Do you like darker? Do you like malty? Do you like light?
I love stouts, porters. I do. Not everyone does.
Me,
So like,
big time.
well,
I'm a
yeah.
huge,
I mean,
huge fan
Mike
of
does.
stouts.
My buddy Mike
love
here,
it.
he loves porters and stouts. So
Yeah.
like,
All Mike
that's
believes in
easy,
is
but
Guinness.
not for everybody. But like,
it.
I'll do like a Kolsch because that's an easy drinking beer for everybody. That's
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
awesome.
I'll do some West Coast IPAs and New England IPAs.
How good does
whatever.
it feel when you make something and then at the end of it, even if it didn't come out exactly as you thought, it was delicious?
I know Jeremy's the professional, so he may not like what I'm about to say.
I was in your shoes. What point?
Well, but like, it's gonna be beer, right? Like, even if you mess up,
It's gonna have alcohol
It's
in it.
gonna be beer. And so when people don't know what it's supposed to
do the
taste
job,
like,
you know?
As long as it doesn't taste off flavor to the point where it tastes like eggs or
egg,
something.
cardboard, skunk, all
Cardboard,
those
yeah,
weird
cardboard.
no, it's-
butter.
Butter.
But sometimes it's
Just
not,
go
it's-
with it, right?
Right.
We call them happy accidents,
That's right.
You go after something, you get something else, and it's still delicious.
It's
and
still
you're like,
good.
And like Carlo said, you just add a couple of other things to it, and all of a sudden it becomes like it was the beginning of something beautiful, right? You made something else out of it, and it came out great.
One of the best things my chef always told me is technique never changes.
Right.
It's only ingredients.
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
So,
and if you
yes.
get good at the technique, you can use lots
You're
of
brewing.
different
You're still
ingredients.
brewing.
Still making beer. Yeah.
Yeah, you're still making
The
beer.
process is still the same from A to B, start to finish.
Yep.
You
There's
know,
little
still doing
nuance differences,
little
right?
differences,
Yep.
times, temperatures, but
Yep.
like
That's it. And then it's just all based on that recipe that you make.
Exactly,
And where
yeah.
you fall.
You ever
like
mess around with like herbs and like
all the
some-
time.
I mess around with
Yeah, one
herbs
of the-
all the time, bro.
Yeah,
we all have messed around with herbs.
But then there's
Did you see his shirt, bro?
talking about this.
Come on. What kind of question is that?
The most obvious
Give it to the
question of the
meatball
whole
guy.
day: has Jeremy fucked around with herbs?
The guy with the long hair and the beard.
So, guys, if you're just joining us, we're here with Kingsauce. They make an amazing condiment that goes on absolutely everything. And we're talking with Jeremy, who is the head brewer over at the Source Brewing over in Colts Neck, New Jersey. And we're enjoying the second beer that he brought to us. This is a sour. It's got prickly fruit in it. It is absolutely amazing. Now, one of the things I wanted to do with you guys while you were here, I wanted to incorporate you guys in some of the fun stuff that we used to do on EGT.
Sweet.
Now, one of the guys that used to be on the show, his name is AJ. AJ moved down to Florida. He was my co-host.
It's AJ here with AJ.
Oh, that is
That's
AJ.
it.
He's
AJ's
right there.
there.
So,
There he is.
so AJ has cut a video for us. It's something that
You
we
better
used
pull
to
that
do. Yeah, pull that back,
We better
please.
pull that back.
Cue it back. So AJ has cut a video for us. It's something that he used to do on the show, and we want all of you guys to give your input on it. So he's going to say a topic. So he's just going to say something rapid fire.
So you're not going to hear it, guys, on the couch.
We're going to reiterate it.
But it's going to go up on that top right screen there, okay?
I can't read.
There you go.
You're
gonna see
actually looked
logos.
over at Mike
You're gonna
and
see
mouthed
logos.
that, by the way. He's like,
Oh no, I
One-word
can't
answer.
I
read.
don't know how
the
to
good
read.
thing is it's got graphic icons on it,
That's
too.
it.
Oh, I can. Okay.
It's like
That's
paint
good.
by numbers, guys. We're going to make it as
I don't.
easy
I
as
can't
possible
count.
for you.
What are you talking about?
So here's the way we're going to do it. AJ's going to introduce the game. He's going to say two things. You're going to give me your opinion on which one you like better. I'm going to start with Jeremy, and we're going to go around here in a circle. All right? So, AJ,
Word.
take it away, buddy.
Big boom, rapid fire. Iron Man or Captain America?
I can't hear anything.
Iron Man or Captain America?
All right, so Jeremy, quick.
5 seconds.
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
All right, I'm going Iron Man as well.
I got Iron Man because he can fly.
Clean sweep. All right, we got Mike.
You guys you're all wrong. It's obviously Captain America. He's the OG.
All right,
Okay.
I like it. And then Rob.
Rob.
Now I'm going with Iron Man.
All
Yeah.
right,
It's
got a
it was
wicked suit.
almost a clean sweep
Yeah.
for Iron Man. We had one holdout. AJ, give us our next one.
Mustang or Camaro?
All right, so Mustang or Camaro?
Lord, I can't do
Jeremy.
Really?
Yeah, Camaro.
Camaro for Jeremy.
I'm going Fox Body Mustang. I'm sorry, I got an F350, guys.
I got you.
I'm going with the old
Oh,
Shelby
they didn't
Mustang.
say what era car.
It was a beautiful. It was a one-hit wonder. I'm gonna go with the Camaro.
Camaro. All right, then we got Mike.
Camaro all day.
Wow.
Camaro.
I like the new Mustang style. Looks like an old It reminds me of a 280Z, the old Datsun.
Cool.
Yeah, I remember those. Nobody likes the Fox Body here?
We do. Just
Dude.
like the Camaro better.
All right, AJ,
Really?
take it
All
away.
right, all right.
Gatorade or Prime?
All right, Gatorade or Prime? Jeremy.
I'm gonna go Gatorade because I've never even tried Prime.
Haven't tried the Prime.
No ambition.
I'm doubling down on it, too. I don't support the other one, Gatorade, for me.
I've tried both. Gatorade's way better.
Gatorade.
Gatorade.
Easy, yeah, Gatorade.
Mike, what do you say?
Absolutely Gatorade.
Gatorade, all the way.
Right.
Yeah.
Somebody should have shouted out Prime because we probably want the young contingency to not tune out right now. So
Prime, we'll see you on July 20th
Logan
with
Boy,
Mike
guys.
Tyson.
Prime comes in second, though, guys.
Yeah,
They're
he's
the
doing good
second on that
marketing.
list.
Good job.
AJ, go again.
Yankees or Mets?
Yankees or Mets? Jeremy.
Mets.
There we
Ooh.
go.
I'm in the sandwich. Yankees.
Mets, baby.
baby.
Yeah, we got
Charles
3 out of 4 at the table. Mike, what are you?
Phillies. Fuck you guys.
You can take your exit. Goodbye. I'm throwing batteries at that guy.
That's
over
the
there.
answer.
Mets.
Oh, I almost
Mets
said
over
it, Mike.
there.
I almost said it.
I love that the Philly guy's behind the door and I can't
That's
even
right.
see him.
I'm disgusted at the show. What a bunch of trash at this table.
Jesus. We get South Jersey, so what do you expect, right? Summer.
Eagles and Phillies all day, baby.
Tell them to go home. Isn't that what they say in
Home.
Philly? Go home.
It's a long
AJ,
ride.
take it away. What you got?
Ribeye or New York Strip?
All right, ribeye or New York strip.
I had to
Jeremy.
go ribeye.
Attaboy.
Wow, me too. I'm going ribeye.
Ribeye here as well.
100% ribeye.
Yup, Mike.
Yeah, ribeye. I mean, New York Strip
slots on
is
the strip.
New York Strip's a disrespected cut. So
It is.
but
It is.
but
It's the
it's still ribeye.
Right.
That's the answer.
Yeah, ribeye.
ribeye, absolutely. All right, so it's a clean sweep for ribeye. I know for a fact AJ would have said New York strip.
Oh, wow.
All right, AJ, what's next?
Bacon or pork roll?
There it is. is bacon or pork roll? Jeremy.
Pork roll all day.
Yes.
Pork roll.
The Jersey
Yeah,
Beauty
pork roll.
Pork roll, baby.
Mike?
I mean, I gotta go bacon. It's more,
He's the Philly.
more versatile.
Philly guy.
It's just bacon. You
He's doing it to
we're
me,
in
Jared
Cape May
Ross.
County. We're down. We're way down
Yeah,
south. You
bacon.
guys have this whole war. We're just down here eating bacon.
Do you like your pizza with like a slap of American cheese on the top? I think I've seen that somewhere in Pennsylvania.
I mean, after some beers, sure.
Yeah.
I'll rip that with a new one.
Anybody who calls it
Cooper Sharp, you
cheese
doing all right,
pizza
John.
is
Cheese
awful.
pizza.
Awful.
Right.
Mike,
It's
I can
redundant, right? You know it's
Yeah,
going to have cheese on
that's
it
what's
most
on
of the time,
pizza.
right?
That
Yeah.
makes
What's on
it pizza.
I can get down with the bacon's versatility, but my issue is that bacon is a side dish and pork roll is the main character.
That's
true. You know what I'm
You don't have a
situational, too,
pork
you know?
roll,
Some
lettuce,
days
and
you feel
tomato.
like bacon.
Right.
Some days you're
Yes.
like,
I
pork roll
love
all the way.
bacon. I'm a
I
huge
guess.
bacon guy,
You
but
love
you
bacon.
put it up against pork roll, it's going to lose every time.
Nuh-uh.
Sorry.
You got the wrong
Double
bacon,
it up,
son.
you can put
Pork roll,
your
egg and
on
cheese.
that shit.
Pork roll and cheese on a hard roll.
Pork
that
roll's
used to be
pork roll. You got hickory smoked bacon. You got all kinds of applewood smoke. You got mad bacon. You got variety,
You
man.
could dip bacon in chocolate and make it chocolate
Bacon,
covered
candy bacon. Nobody's
Candy
candying
pork roll.
pork roll. Nobody makes candy pork roll.
You can do all that with pork roll.
Maybe
Thank
we
you.
should.
Pork roll fries.
But no one
We
does
win.
it.
All right, next up,
I
AJ.
made a pork roll.
Dominic
pasta.
Toretto
did not.
or Brian O'Connor?
Dominic
All right,
Toretto.
Dominic
not that
or
good.
Brian from the Fast and the Furious.
Who?
I gotta go, Brian. rest
You
in
could say
peace.
Paul
Really?
Walker.
You're
Yeah.
going for the
Walker.
good guy? You're going
Yeah.
for the good guy? I don't know. Vin Diesel's such a douche.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I'm going to go. I mean,
It's all about family.
I'm going to go Brian O'Connor, but he's such a goody two shoes in that. I don't know,
that's
man.
it.
He's like the
But he got the
proverbial.
hot sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, maybe then you want to be Vin Diesel because that's the only way you could get the hot sister. You're not going to be, your sister.
I like my cat.
But yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go Vin Diesel on that one.
I'm gonna go Paul Walker.
All right.
You know.
All right. What do we got over there, Mike?
I'm going Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel,
All
Rob.
right.
I never saw any. I don't know who these people are.
Really? Well, there's like 11 of them
Yes.
now. So
Missed every single one of them.
if
Now
you
it's
caught
gotten to
any
the
of
point
them-
where it's like Too Fast and Too Furious stir and stuff like that.
This.
Yeah, fastest, this.
Too slow and too chill.
Another rocks in them. And
Exactly. All right, AJ, what you got next?
Blue cheese or ranch?
This is a definite divider for people.
man.
Jeremy, where are you at?
I like blue cheese.
Me
Yes.
too. I'm 100% blue cheese.
Me too. I mean, look, there's a place for ranch, but it's not when I have the choice of blue cheese being the other
Yeah, it's where
condiment.
toddlers are eating.
Exactly. Toddlers are definitely eating
that's
a
who
lot
eats
of
ranch.
ranch. But yeah, blue cheese, amazing, especially a good homemade blue cheese.
He's going
I
ranch.
hate to say
He's
this,
going
but
ranch.
No, Mike Connolly makes the greatest
does
blue
make-
cheese on the face
Mike.
of the earth.
And,
the
a
best-
good ranch.
It's
best ranch.
spectacular.
And the best ranch.
Not
Love
Hidden
it.
Valley, but if
Yeah.
I had to choose right this second, gun to my head, it's the blue cheese, unless he's making a ranch. And
All right. You cover both bases there. I
Yeah,
like
I'll go
that.
blue cheese. I'm blue all day.
Yeah, word. Blue cheese.
Blue cheese all around.
I got a question here before we go to
Yes.
the next one because
Yes.
Mike seems to be like the creative genius.
Yeah,
of
he's got a blue
sauce
bag.
here.
It's right underneath the couch.
Dude.
Yeah,
It
man.
love
pulls
it.
out all sorts of ingredients.
I love
It's so
it that
crazy because you're like the chef and you do insurance, bro.
That's right.
He teaches yoga.
That's
right.
And he
yoga?
teaches
Yeah.
yoga.
You're a yogi?
Yep.
And he's
Oh,
my
come on,
therapist
bro.
on the side.
He is legitimately the Swiss Army knife, right? He's
man
got a
of all
bunch
that.
of things that don't think they go together.
You got to be married.
I am married.
Yeah.
Better
Yeah.
be.
The woman deserves like one of those saint candles.
Uh-huh.
Saint Nancy.
Yeah, shout out to
Making a
Big.
Saint
What
Nancy
I've
candle.
endured
Big
in 6
Nancy.
years and what she has let us get away with,
Wow.
I love
Yeah.
that woman.
There you go. Hat tip to Nancy
tip.
Big
Connors
Nance.
Connolly, right?
Well, really, Carl and I
only
work
one.
well together because he's a chef
Yeah.
and I'm a cook. So I had a pizza place in Cape May. I've dabbled in some stuff.
Nice. All right. So you
And
got
so-
that background.
I know how to like cut the corner and still make it legit. He'll spend all day doing one thing.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm like, bro, it's almost
Somebody
4:30. Can we?
watched,
Yeah,
know,
over obsessing.
salad off one time and I had to fix it.
Yeah.
This is not going to work when we scale up.
I
and we
saw
gotta
him
do
down in
17
the-
of them.
in the kitchen making these meatball sandwiches, but he wasn't just like at the table. Like he was down at face level on his knees on the kitchen floor,
Making sure they look pretty.
getting the bread
Yeah.
straight.
Getting it ready. That's right.
All right, AJ, what you got?
All right.
AJ or Big Justice?
All right, so let me tell you guys, it's AJ or Big Justice. They have blown up on TikTok and they're doing some real funny videos, but it's either him or his son. His son's 11 years old and he's doing some fun content. So either AJ or Big Justice.
I'm gonna go with his son.
Yeah, his son's cool. His son's big baseball guy. He does these booms or dooms, which are really fun.
So I said this before the show, and I'm gonna stick by my guns on this. I'm gonna be the bad guy in the room because, like PJ said, who wouldn't pick the kid? You're a real.
Yeah, game and
So
trip.
I'm gonna pick AJ. AJ, I'm with you, brother.
And I'm going Big Justice. AJ or Big Justice.
I'm gonna go with Pops because he's still got to teach. Some
There you
wisdom.
go. I mean, you don't lose either way. The guys are
Kid's
awesome.
doing a great job.
What about you guys over there? Big Justice or AJ?
I'm going with the kid.
Me
I'm
too.
going with the kid.
Yeah,
of
he's
course you
awesome.
guys
I've
are.
seen him. He's kicking
I
it.
haven't seen him, so I can't.
He's killing it. Yeah, he's killing
Yeah,
it.
same.
All right, AJ,
We
what's
know who
left?
the sheeples are in the room.
And as always, before I get out of here, boom!
All right, so AJ's got.
Trademark.
AJ here with
He's,
AJ.
all right, thank you, AJ. I appreciate it. So, yeah, he's been known on TikTok for the past like 6 months or so. He does boom or doom. He goes into restaurants, he tries their food, he gives it a boom or he gives it a doom, and it's really taken off. So,
That's awesome.
thank you, AJ. We'll see you soon,
Thanks,
buddies.
AJ.
He'll be
Hope
in
you get a boom.
New
Thank you,
Jersey, repping your sauce when he gets here. That's for sure. So, thanks a lot. That's rapid fire. So, all right. So, because we saw some of the questions there, let's focus on this Yankees Mets just a little bit. All right, so Met fans, you're with me. We're the redheaded stepchild here. We get excited every year, and then by June or July we're depressed and we're waiting for the next sport to come. Right? How you feeling about this?
Well,
year?
so to make it clear, I am a Philly fan.
Oh shit! I gotta just turn this
You
way.
can turn that way. I liked the Mets back in the day.
Yeah, 86
90s.
Mets, 90s.
Darryl Strawberry, Dwight Gooden,
Sure, that
Gary
was a fun
Carter.
team.
That was a fun.
And those guys were absolutely
degenerate
insane
team. Yeah,
degenerates. Yep.
absolutely.
Whether you liked baseball or
Dwight
not, you
Gooden,
knew the
that's
names
right.
on that team, and you knew it because they were extracurricular, right?
That's right.
There's
Yeah,
something
yeah.
about that time period with sports across the board, right? Because you think about the Yankees, you think about like Don Mattingly, Steve Sachs,
Sure,
like
sure.
all those guys. Then you think wrestling, you think like Hulk Hogan,
Ultimate
Ultimate
Warrior.
Warrior,
Greatest wrestler of
Road
all time.
Warriors, like
Yep.
And
Something about
Nature
that.
Boy.
The
Ric
90s
Flair.
were great.
I mean,
Oh, God, he's the best.
baby.
I'm a Devil fan, so he pops up literally at every
yeah.
Devil game multiple times. He's like our unofficial mascot. He's wooing it up there. Everybody's dressing like
that's
him when they go to the games. He's the Nature Boy. He's awesome. So,
Yankees, Mets.
Yankees, Mets. So we have how many Yankee fans here?
Me,
Any? Are there any?
I could give zero shits
I
about
could
any
give
of
zero
them.
shits
Yeah,
too.
you're not a big sport guy in general.
No, nobody pays
grew
me
up-
enough
I
to
grew
give
up
a
Mets
shit.
fan. Was a Mets fan for so many years.
Yeah.
About like 7 or 8 years ago, I actually stopped watching
You just
all professional sports.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was that around the time that you started going balls to the wall brewing, and you were just like,
Probably,
yeah. You don't
yeah.
have a lot of free time, and you
You
got
know.
like little things that you want to
Yeah,
focus on.
I just didn't want to focus on sports no more.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, it was just being a Mets fan. It was, like I said, it was great, and then disappointing.
It wasn't really great. It was
I was
excitingly
also a Jets fan, so it was kind of the same thing too. So
just getting beaten down
Sorry, man.
every
yeah,
single
so I was
season.
like, you know what? I'm done with this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna focus on life.
I only got so many heartbeats. I'm
And
going to
stop
focus
getting
on
You're a less
those.
pissed off person. bro.
Yep. Yeah,
and
you're
stop
not
getting
angry
upset
all
over
the
a
time.
bunch of guys that make way more money than me.
100%. So,
right.
all right. So the Yankees Mets we don't need to talk too much about, but I do want to talk about some of the other stuff that was up there. So, all right. So, let's go back to ribeye and New York strip. Right? We're pretty much in agreement. It's ribeye. What's your reasoning behind it, Carlo?
Well, there's the thing that makes ribeye better is one thing only. It's fat.
Yeah, the marble.
But dry aging and the things that they're doing with dry aging nowadays are just epic. I mean, there's nothing like having a 40-something day
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
With the funk on it.
with the funk.
I mean, this guy makes beer with the funk,
With the
on, it.
funk on it,
And it's
yeah.
all about the same thing. It's just another layer of flavor that people, that don't have dry aged before, they think it's disgusting. It's going to be so gross because it's sat
It
around.
looks like it's rotten on the outside. Yeah.
It's in a controlled environment.
Yep.
It's not made to just go bad and go rancid. It's just getting that extra layer of, that's all I can say, funk, right? There's a funk.
Yeah, now they're making these bags. You stick
Yeah.
your meat in a bag, put it in your own
Yes,
refrigerator.
sir.
yeah, you
That's
do
what
it at
she
home.
said.
Yeah.
That's right.
Stick your meat in a bag. You got a tasty meal in a little while.
Sir.
So,
But listen, like I said, man, you know,
Don't
the New
sleep
York,
on the strip.
yeah, New York strip. Like Carlo, tell him.
No, that's true.
Tell them what we would make. Like, so here's like the idea. I was like, yo, man, we got to bring the strip back.
Bring the strip back.
Right? So we started making the strip a la, like, remember Sizzler?
Yeah, heck yeah.
So it's like starch, protein,
Yep.
veg.
Yeah.
Like on a bland plate. Like, just like making that amazing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Because
how
anyone
do you
can make
do
an
that?
amazing ribeye. But
Right.
like,
There's
you
some
know,
technique in making the New York strip something
Absolutely.
delicious.
Yeah.
Because either that fat doesn't render and then it's just a worthless piece of fat on the side of it, or you render it but you cooked it too much and now the damn thing's like overcooked. It's a nice balance.
Yeah, and with a New York strip, you either want that char from the grill or
Yeah.
a hard Pittsburgh
Yes.
style where your pan's just
Screaming.
screaming.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so James Albertus just goes, yo, are you back?
Yeah, for like
We've been
5
back.
weeks.
This is show 6 of the new season. Good to have you. I should say that to
Welcome
you,
back.
Mike.
Yeah, man.
Yo,
I'm James.
are you back?
You know PJ already.
Yes.
There's Carlo,
Yeah, there's
Right.
Carlo, we got
Carlos,
James,
Bing Bong.
Jeremy,
Jeremy.
Mike, and Rob.
That's
That's
right.
right.
Welcome to EGT 2024.
We have Rob Taylor tuning in from the West Coast, just getting home from work. Cheers.
All right.
Rob's been a long-time viewer. He is a big-time supporter out there on the West Coast. But again, if you guys are just joining us, we got Kingsauce. We got this beautiful sauce right in front of us. Use it on everything. I guarantee you're going to like it on 95% of what you put it on. If not, it clean sweep. and
Totally.
like it on everything.
Totally.
Yeah, I'm not just blowing smoke.
We
That
go
stuff is-
round 3.
It's not good on cereal and ice cream.
Yeah, we'll do the other fruity one. Why not?
There we
Ready for
go.
Yeah, so this one's Bloody Calamansi. So that same French fruit company that we use for all of our purees, they had a bunch of reps come over from France, came to the brewery.
right here.
They sat down and they did a really cool puree tasting with us.
Yeah.
Bought a bunch of new flavors, new purees that they were working with. We sat there with little plastic spoons, tasted them, did these whole spider charts on the flavors and everything like that. And they're really trying to revamp the culture of tasting fruits, right? They want to call it fruitology.
Awesome.
So one of the cool combos that they threw together, we immediately tasted it and we were like, this needs to go into a beer. It's blood orange and calamansi. And if you're not familiar with calamansi it's a small little, almost looks like a lime. Comes from like the Asian regions, but it's way more citrusy.
Yeah, I was going to say like orangey, citrusy. Yeah. Yep.
But it's very like sharp acidity though.
It's like a
too.
kumquat.
Kind of sort of.
Love
yeah.
kumquats, man.
Yeah.
There's a
Bro.
Yeah, a little bit less like funkiness that I think the kumquat
Not as
has.
bitter.
Yeah, not
Like
as
that
bitter.
bitter end, yeah.
Right. Yeah. So having that flavor combo was really cool. So we were like, oh, we immediately have to put this
Wait a
into a
minute.
beer.
What did I just see here?
yeah. Let's see the color
Wait a
on that
minute,
guy.
No. What I was saw is like he doesn't pour it this way.
Yeah, he pours it with a little rainfall.
On like the English angle.
The English angle. I love it.
What is
Oh, we made it halfway.
Watch.
That's all right. He's
All right,
got it.
let's you and me get into
Guys
this one.
on the effing couch.
I love
Guys on the couch. If you're just joining us, we got a full room today. We have the guys from Kingsauce. So we have ooh, that was cool. We got an alien head for a moment. So yeah, we have the guys on the couch, which are Rob and Mike over there. We got Carlo sitting here at the table.
man.
And Carlo's getting in on some delicious Source beer with us. We got Jeremy here at the table who brewed this absolutely gorgeous
Jeremy, I
beer.
really like this one.
Yeah.
I like this one even a little bit. No slam on the other one. I even like this one a little bit more than this one. This kind of hits my palate different.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, they're
Wow.
they're like little
Little bit
kids. As long
sharper.
as you like some of
Little bit
them, we're
sharper, yeah.
happy, right?
The lime.
You finish that up
That
on-
lime end.
That calamansi.
The
It's got that
calamansi, but-
sharpness to it. But with the blood orange,
Not
it's got
taken
a
away
little bit
from
of
the blood
sweetness.
orange.
Yeah.
Rob Taylor says, not to be all soapboxy, but I hope you all secured safe lifts home. We're all sharing
professionals.
No,
cans.
we're staying
no
here.
full can
We're
for it.
professionals and we're
Couch guys
sharing
are just
cans.
staying.
Staying on the couch.
Yeah, right.
The beauty of this place is we got a couch, we got a full
do you mean?
sound
Yeah,
studio.
we got it all hooked
We're
up.
not in a
Don't worry.
rush to have to go anywhere.
We got portable heaters.
But all right, so this one I'm going to get in on, but
I want to cook with these things
oh god,
This
yeah.
would be a great
These
flavor to cook
ingredients.
something in.
because I never put them together.
Yeah.
So I'm interested.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
See
It's
how it
really
tastes.
cool. Yeah, it's really cool.
It's refreshing. It's so refreshing.
Yeah,
That
this
is
a
like
great
a bright
spring
sun.
summer beer.
This would be
Yeah.
awesome while you're cutting a lawn.
So
you're
what's
out,
this
you're
company
hot.
that you're with the purees? I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
like real
so they're called
curious about
Baron. It's like a French company. So they originally started marketing their purees to pastry chefs.
it. Yeah, makes sense.
You know,
Yeah, they're
So,
fantastic.
you receive it fresh, flash frozen, and then we just like thaw it out, and then it lasts for about like 7 to 10 days once open, which is most stuff.
You're gonna make your batch real quick.
Yeah, but the cool thing that we found with them, as opposed to other fruit puree providers, is that they take a lot of time and attention sourcing where the fruit comes from.
Yeah.
So you get mango puree from somebody, and it could be like mangoes from all over the place.
Yeah.
They specifically say that their mangoes are Alfonso, and I can't remember the other type, but
Very specific. So
very
the flavor
specific
profile
mangoes,
is
which only come from specific
This part of the
regions.
region.
Yeah, exactly. So
more
you know,
consistency in flavor and quality,
and
right?
something that they started doing recently was offering single origin fruits. So, like in the prickly fruit, it has Corsica clementine, right? So it's clementine that comes from Corsica, and it's
Cool car
almost
back
like
in the day, right? It was the
crazy, like micro regional, because they'll say that they get the clementines from a specific part of this one grower's field, because they went out and they tasted those clementines and they said, these are the sweetest, these are the good ones, these are the ones we want, and those are the ones that they would, buy up, process, and then make into their puree.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's definitely consistency.
Yeah,
of
so they've started
product.
branching out a little bit more and reaching out to bars and restaurants for mixology use and stuff like that.
Yep.
Just huge right now.
I heard about them years ago, and then started at Source. We messed around with a couple of fruit purees, and their stuff was always quality product.
You can see why. I mean, your fruited beers are absolutely
they're tasty.
delicious.
It's not cheap stuff, but it's definitely, like I said, it's quality.
Yep.
It's really, really good.
Mike and Rob, what do you guys think about it?
I love it.
Tasting notes over there. What do you guys like about it?
It's big flavor, but it's still like drinkable. Like it's not like like I could have a couple of these. Some of these fruitier kind of lean beers, you're like,
too
all right.
sweet, and
Yeah,
too,
you
too
kinda-
much, right?
But
Yeah.
yeah, like you said, it's like, I mean, it's just screaming for hanging outside with some Kingsauce
summer all day.
and some friends, for example.
Chilling out around the pool or around the campfire at night, summertimey. You're doing a little sweating. This is what I want in my hand.
I think
a lot of people
Yeah, man.
won't try these kinds of beers.
yeah, they say they're scared
Bud
away
Light,
by
Miller
them,
Lite,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Coors Light. Let me get a yellow jacket.
Fuck out of here. Yeah.
Well, so
Banquets, baby.
That's one of our biggest things too. Is we try to make all of our beers approachable.
Yeah.
We try to make it so that if you come to our tap room and you say, "Oh, I don't like sour beers," like what PJ said to you before, it's like, "Oh, I can find a sour beer for you."
Yeah.
Our beer tenders will sit there and they'll work with you as long as it possibly takes, throwing you samples, trying to see if we have a beer out of our taps that you're gonna want a full one of and enjoy with your friends.
Now, do you do something like a Guinness stout?
Yeah. For St. Patty's Day, we do an Irish nitro stout. So it's like 4.5%. We serve it on nitro, just like Guinness.
You guys do a porter?
We've done a few porters. Yeah.
Yeah, see, some of
hear
them are
me?
dangerous. Though.
Yeah, man. I'm all about all of their dark
You
beers.
hear me?
Whenever dark beers come out, I'm
Oh,
all about those.
Yeah, we'll do like big 14% barrel aged imperial stouts with chocolate and coconut.
Those are the things that speak to me. I've
yeah.
always had such a love for those
Do
beers.
that
You
stuff,
say
but then we'll
coconut.
do-
Yeah.
Who's had a coconut beer?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or-
it's
or
big.
part of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially in a darker style like that.
Yeah,
you
you
know?
can see it
It
with,
works
like,
really well with chocolate or cacao.
Chocolate, pecan,
Melt that down, cook it down,
coconut.
make a barbecue sauce out of it.
Yeah,
There you go. That could be an awesome smoky barbecue sauce.
So Jeremy, I like how you're saying like people can come in and you're going to accommodate them. If someone ordered American on their cheesesteak at Marcini's, Carlo calls them a loser. So it's like the complete opposite.
That's not
It's
real
the complete opposite approach.
So I guess
Hold
you're
on.
not looking for
Hold on.
cheese then,
Let me
right?
pull up Yelp and Marcini's
Yeah.
review.
But he's in the back in the kitchen though, so I'm in the
No,
back.
we have an open. No.
I'm looking at that person who wanted a blue
No, we have
moon,
an
and I'm
open-
looking at them judging the
kitchen.
heck
Here's
out
the
of
problem,
them, you know?
Jeremy. We have an open kitchen. That's the issue.
Oh, so he's shouting it from the back.
Oh, no,
I
not
ain't
the
doing,
back.
American cheese?
Right in front of them.
2 loser cheesesteaks.
My kitchen was so small in the restaurant.
Tell him to get some Cooper Sharp.
Yeah, you want American? You're a loser. Yeah, get out of here. I had a cheesesteak guru, one of my buddies. He came in. He's like, yo, you won't let me get American. I know you. I was like, dude, come on.
That's like the Futurama where he goes, your opinion is bad and you're a loser.
Yeah, that's right.
Zoidberg.
And
we've
you should
called-
be sad about it.
Yeah.
We've called a lot of people losers in Marcini's, and they show up.
Yeah, and they're like,
Over
thank you,
and
man.
over
Have
again.
another.
The wives are like, thank you. This man's an asshole.
Sometimes he needs to be put in his place.
Cut
and
from a
told that-
different thread. The
food's great.
generation, you know.
I mean, the food Nazi on, Jerry. What
No
was that,
soup for
Seinfeld?
you.
No soup
No
for
soup for
you.
you.
No soup for you.
Come back one year. I just asked for a spoon.
We've had them all. We had guys hang over the counter trying to watch us every move. I'm like, hey, man, can I help you?
Yeah, right. Do you want
Get
you
out
want
of
a
my
job?
area? Like, yeah,
I'll
yeah.
bring you on. You
Pull
want to be
back.
my line cook? Yeah.
Here's an apron.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Customer's always right, except for when they're not, right?
Just most of the time.
Right, yep.
I get the aquarium effect. We got windows that look into the brew house, so I always get the people that go like this,
Yeah, oh,
looking
yeah.
in,
Yeah,
and I'm
that's right.
like,
Yeah,
You're sitting there going,
I get like a thumbs up
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
something, you know?
I'm making beer.
Yeah.
What's
Very
up,
cool.
buddy?
but like if your steak is off, say you order medium rare or medium, and it comes out well done. All right, you bitch.
Yeah.
But if you order medium rare and it comes out medium rare, we're gonna tell you that it's fucking. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Medium
Yeah,
rare, and you're beat.
Yeah.
Like this is it. You want me to temp it for you?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
show you what true medium rare is.
Yeah.
You know, we've had people like that, and then Mike brought it out to the table. Like, I'm sorry, but this.
The nice way to say it to them is, you like medium, but you think it's medium rare.
Right.
So that's fine. We'll make it for you. But
Know your temps.
when it's nice and bright pink, that's medium rare.
Yeah.
If it starts to go a little white, you like it medium, which is fine. But just know what you like, lady. You don't like her, sir. Like, you don't.
Just don't order well done.
Yeah, exactly. Just don't order well done, or else we'll kick you out of the restaurant.
Listen, my
exactly.
grandmother, God bless her soul, I love her to death, but she's. You see this color?
Yeah, that's my wife.
Charcoal
Can you
briquette.
send it out
There's
here,
always
burnt, please?
No. Oh,
The
don't
more
say
burnt, the
that.
better.
I had a
Burnt hot
respect
dog
for
is
Kelly.
banging, though. You ever have a burnt hot
Yeah,
dog?
sure, because it's not high quality meat anyway.
Of course.
So make it nice and crispy on the
Kill everything
outside.
that's
It's
in there.
okay.
Yeah.
You're
What
not
do you
scalding a beautiful steak that had so much hydration to it. Now you're just going to make it like a charcoal briquette. What's the point, man?
Yeah,
not
that's
worth
my
If
wife.
you like
100%.
anything more than medium in the comments, I want to hear it and rationalize
Absolutely.
it. Tell me why you like
Yeah.
that.
Like full paragraph.
You
reading.
don't
Yeah,
like
yeah.
flavor?
Give me a
Yeah,
dissertation.
I want
Yeah.
to hear all about it.
Yeah, I
Wrong
wanna-
answers only.
Wrong answers only. We're here with Carlo. We're here with Mike and Rob from Kingsauce.
They're over there gossiping.
They're,
like
the
hens.
guys on the couch have been
We're
talking
planning
back
out
and
some
forth.
logistics for the beer fest.
Look
Sorry.
out.
So that reminds me, guys, they are going to be set up at the Beer Fest tomorrow, starting tomorrow night, and then all day Saturday. We're going to have some amazing bands down at the Beer Fest. We are going to be down there
Saturday.
all
see
day,
us, brother.
all day Saturday. So yeah, brother. Yeah, we're going to be down there Saturday, brother. So, yeah, we're going to be hanging out in their tent often. So if you find the Kingsauce guys and we're not there, just say, where's EGT? And
You
then they'll
guys
flag
have
us
like
down, too.
power and stuff down there.
Oh,
You
dude,
got power.
We don't need power, but they got power everywhere else.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, what
we're
I'm saying?
coming
Like,
to your
it's
booth.
going to be epic. There's a lot of good local people.
Yeah.
That are.
It's
you
a
know,
it's
gonna
an
be awesome.
amazing time down there
John
because it
Pizzazzo,
is just a
man.
communal experience.
It
You
is.
know, a lot of local businesses down in Asbury Park. Asbury
Asbury
Park.
Park.
Asbury Park hat tip because
AC.
we've been bringing in
AC.
Asbury Park, but yes, Atlantic City. They've been bringing in some really, really cool vendors over and over again that I get to see every year and I get
Yep.
really excited about. One of them being Kingsauce. They're down there all
They're-
the time,
they're
right? Love
amazing.
those guys.
Yeah, there are.
They started just like us, you know. I'm
Exactly.
sure.
I mean, and that's what kind of draws me to you because I know the Kingsauce story and where they came from, and they have been blowing up every single year, bigger than the
Yep.
last. And their product speaks for itself. It's delicious. It's good quality. It's consistent, which is what I love. You know,
we mixed Hanks with Kingsauce.
Yeah,
and
hell
we had
yeah.
one of the guys come
Hell
in and
yeah.
we're like, yo, man, taste this. He hooked us up with a bunch of bottles.
King Hank
Great
sauce.
guys. King Hank.
King
Well,
Hank.
look, people tell us all the time. They're like, yo, Hank sauce, they're OG.
Yep.
I think it's the cilantro.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody loves
Yeah,
that
yeah,
one.
so he hates cilantro.
So listen, I'm gonna
But
be the
dude,
bad
my
guy
wife
at the
hates
table,
cilantro, too.
but I do not like cilantro at all.
My ex-wife did
It
hate it
is
too.
a no-go for me.
I mean, it's true. It hits your palate either correct or
No
incorrect.
slam.
Now, I love Mexican food, so I've fallen in love with cilantro when I was very
Absolutely.
young. The more the better for me. But my wife, exact opposite. When I'm making tacos, I could sprinkle a little on mine, but she don't want
But
any
none
of
in
that.
the guacamole.
I'm allergic to freaking avocado.
What?
I'm one of the few people that are allergic to it.
That's the first I heard.
It's just straight stomach cramps for hours. So
Man, that's a bummer.
I
healthy
only
fat,
found
too.
out because I tried like 4 times, and every time I was miserable because
Yeah.
of it. So then I finally swear off. I'm not going to get guac. My wife loves it. She'll enjoy it, but I'm just going to stay away from it. I go to a restaurant on Cinco de Mayo, and I order the spinach and artichoke
That's
dip.
May 5th for everybody.
So
that
yeah,
doesn't
that
know.
is. Thank you for my translator
no
over here.
problem.
So I get the spinach and artichoke dip, and they sneak guacamole in it
Wow,
for the
they shoved
5th,
it right underneath.
and didn't even say that it was. No, they put it in there as part of it. I start eating it. I'm like, this is creamy and delicious. I was miserable from like 5 o'clock to 10 o'clock that night. I'm like, they freaking poisoned me.
Bastards.
They didn't
Trademark
tell me.
infringement right
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
False
but-
advertisement.
Yeah, and you know what? They were probably like, it's safe because who the heck is allergic to freaking avocado?
Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody.
I can eat the hottest hot sauces. I can eat crazy stuff, but my stomach gets in knots because of avocado.
Think of all the avocado
Wow,
toast you're missing out
So
on.
you could go full spice.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. No. Prime 13 came in like 3 weeks ago,
yeah.
and he brought in habaneros, and they were sugared habaneros,
Yeah.
but they're still straight habanero. And I took a bite, nice big chunk, and I ate it, and he was just mind blown that I'm sitting here still having a conversation with him, and I'm like, dude, my mouth's hot, but I'm loving every minute of it. I absolutely love it. So it's got to have flavor too. Can't just be that like scorch your face hot sauce.
It'll ruin the dish.
Yeah, exactly.
Capsaicin.
Yeah, exactly. If it's just capsaicin, I don't need that.
You know, which, by the way, I'm going to reiterate on 420. I know this is kind of not right around your guys' corner here, but on
No.
420, we'll actually be at Prime 13. They are doing a 6-course meal.
Yes.
And cigars and what's the beverages?
Yeah, we're gonna have some complimentary Icarus beers. Witty Fool is
Nice.
gonna be there, and crayons, drinking crayons. So we're gonna have some tasty beers from Icarus. You're gonna have a hand rolled cigar
Yeah.
for each attendee.
Yeah.
It is 420, so we're gonna be enjoying smoke in the air, smoke in the food. It's just gonna be an absolutely delicious time. You're gonna be doing something else on 420, right?
I'm getting married.
That's
Oh,
right.
where at, man? What
Yeah,
venue?
nah, you don't.
Right
you
at the
don't
brewery.
blaze.
Ah, smart move, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
brewery.
good for you, bro. That's
how cool is that?
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
You guys gonna
That's
smoke
awesome.
weed?
What was that?
You guys gonna
Are
smoke
you
weed?
guys gonna smoke weed?
Nah, man, they're just gonna have a little bar set up.
You just piggybacked his most obvious statement from
You're gonna have
before,
all
right?
different
Yes.
flavors in there, but
Yeah, of
sour,
course.
That's
diesel,
incredible.
Yeah,
cheese,
all
it's-
the little
He
tasting.
bypassed the mashed potato bar with the nuggy bar, right?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Kind of nuggies.
You need somebody to help cook.
Hell yeah. Yes, I will wait tables for
yeah,
that one
yeah.
if you want me to.
Yeah, it's bring
I
the
can
Kingsauce.
DJ if you need it.
I'll pair it with
We
some
can all
scallops
do
or
something.
Fried
Yeah.
shrimp.
No, we're gonna be at the smoked out event
I
at
know, I
Prime
know, I know, I
13.
know.
But afterwards, I'd love to give you a ringy dingy and stop by.
What is that
Just drop
slang
on
for?
in. What's that?
Ringy dingy. What does that mean?
Well, a little call on the cell phone, a little ringy dingy. Come on. Jesus, two beers and this guy's completely done.
It's a 7%.
Flagged up.
Yeah. Also, let's talk about that T-shirt of yours. So you're
Yeah,
Grateful
that's
Dead,
awesome.
Jam
That's
band.
awesome.
So I kind of share a passion with you on this. I want to pick your brain on some bands if you're
Yeah,
a fan
absolutely.
or not.
Oh,
You know?
God.
There you
Now
go.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, you
we're
guys
talking
like
house.
music? You guys
Oh,
like
yeah.
Oh, big time. Big live
Yeah,
music.
yeah,
Big
yeah.
live music.
That
big
just
jam.
revved the.
Music and
This guy
All
just shouts out, "Tool, let's go!
Tool.
Let's
Yeah.
fucking go, Stinkfist, let's go!"
That's right.
How about on the jam band side?
Goose.
Are you familiar? All right.
I knew he
Goose.
was going to say. I knew he was
That
going
was
to
going to
say.
be my number
I knew-
2, but Goose is
I
number
knew-
2 for me.
I knew.
Goose,
Yeah,
yeah.
you fan of Goose?
Billy
Oh,
Strings.
yeah, I've been seeing Goose since like 2018.
How about Lettuce?
I love lettuce.
Lettuce is like my go-to. He asked me
Right.
what my theme song would be if I had a theme song.
Yep.
And I told him Trapezoid by Lettuce.
Nice. Yeah, it's a good one.
Can you feel it? Like that pop?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Look up Trapezoid by
Yeah.
Lettuce. It's a nice groove. He played it for me afterwards, and I'm like, I see it.
Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah,
All
those
I have
guys
to
are
do is
great
hear.
live too.
Dude, their shows are incredible, man. I've never been to their show, but I've seen many of their shows on YouTube.
Yeah, they played like Sun Eagles golf course, like right.
Yeah, I
over
missed
here.
that show,
Yeah,
like
it was
2 years
crazy.
ago,
It was
right
like
here.
right after COVID ended. They did
Yep.
this like you had to buy like a whole table in order to get into the show.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's
Nuts.
like saying McDonald's, but I love Mo. Mo is like my
love Mo.
jam band
Yeah.
throwback,
Nice,
man.
nice.
They're my
Yeah.
favorite.
You guys know
Absolutely
Lettuce?
love 'em.
They're
I
wonderful.
know lettuce.
All right.
Not
We're big like fish.
Fish.
Of
I did
course.
fish.
This guy's the biggest fish fan
Widespread.
I think I
So-
know. He goes to every
Widespread
fish
panic.
show.
It's
He
That's
another
goes
Mike
to.
reason.
Mike Conley goes to every. Well, when he
Humphreys McGee.
Humphreys
love
McGee is
Humphreys.
great, dude. So I follow the lighting guy, Luke Stratton, who does all their lighting for them.
I
I'm a big
love it.
lighting
You
guy.
follow the lighting guy. That is
Oh,
the
the lighting
coolest
guy.
thing.
The lighting guy is
Kuroda.
usually a member of the band.
Yeah.
right?
He's the fifth
for,
member.
So
Dude,
for
that's
fish,
the whole thing of the.
So for fish, the
Yeah,
lighting
Kuroda.
guy's name is Chris Kuroda.
Yes,
he's
correct.
also known as CK5 because he's
Correct.
the fifth member
That's
of the band.
That's correct.
fantastic.
And
But I'm saying it makes all the sense in the world. Rec Productions puts on shows with tons of lighting.
So
tons
that's
of-
what we do,
It
yeah.
makes total sense.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
so like with fish too, man. You guys all been? You ever been to fish show?
Mike has
You
left
seem like
me
you haven't.
at the restaurant to go see fish.
You have? You guys have had ganja
Experience.
goo balls?
Yeah.
Have you guys had any ganja
Absolutely.
goo balls?
Classic.
I have not been to a fish show, but I enjoy them. So next time you go to
So-
a fish show, you tell me. I want to
It's-
go with you.
it's been a
one
long-
long
Yeah,
song.
I enjoy
Yeah,
myself.
it's one long jam
One long
song.
It's like a
jam
bunch
song.
of songs. But like most of
You
them
could
are
do
like
the meat
20
stick.
to
We'll teach you how to do the
30
meat
minutes,
stick.
so, yeah.
We'll teach you how to do the meat
Did
stick.
you do this all day?
Yeah.
You just bop.
Exactly.
You just
That's right. You just vibing
enjoying
out.
Your
Eat
vibe.
Eat some
Vibe
mushrooms, bro. The light show is worth it.
We
They
have
do
some-
the
we have
they
a
do the glow stick throw, like the glow stick war. You know.
Yeah.
We have a pretty good playlist on Spotify for Kingsauce jams.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it's a lot of jam bands.
Good
A
shout
lot.
out. I'm gonna
Oh,
go
wow.
check it out.
Is it on Spotify?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're a
It's
fan.
on our link
Downstream,
tree.
When that comes on from the dead, I'm just.
All right, so he mentioned Tool. We got to talk about Tool. for a
Tool's
minute.
great.
You're talking light shows, one of the best light shows
Greatest.
in the
Besides Big
business,
Floyd?
right?
One of the best
Besides-
drummers of all
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Carey.
absolutely.
Yeah.
The arms.
Spectacular.
So Tool is it's one of my favorites for probably the past 25 plus years.
Nice.
They're just
incredible.
absolutely incredible. Ever since they did that like stop animation video, it was that Sober?
Sober.
Sober
yeah.
that they did that.
That was
video
like
for?
their debut music
Incredible.
video on MTV or something.
They were just innovators. They did things
Well,
differently.
you know, I'm a big fan of progressive rock.
Yeah.
So going back into the 70s with Yes, Genesis, old Genesis
yeah.
with Peter Gabriel,
yeah.
Lindisfarne, and like King Crimson, and
Yep.
all of those old progressive bands.
Right.
And now you go forward in time, and Tool to me is the evolution of progressive rock.
Right.
All those bands
just got a little darker and a little harder, and then all of a
But
sudden
they're-
it became.
But it's still to me progressive. The time signatures, the changes. I mean, they're so wacky and weird. It's progressive.
They
rock.
are musical like savants.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying?
If you're a fan of Tool, tell me in the comments. I
Yeah.
want to see it.
And
Yeah,
speaking
they
of
stood
old
the test of
Genesis,
time too. They've been around.
Old
for
Genesis is one of my
Genesis was
Biggest-
amazing.
I
Yeah,
went
one
to
of the
I
greatest
seen
things
them
on
in
YouTube is
87. I was like
watching
14.
like people listen to Tool for like
Yes,
the
for
first
the,
time.
I love the
Ever,
reaction
yeah.
Aren't they
videos.
amazing?
We've started to do like here and there. We're gonna do reaction videos. I introduced him to this guy that you guys should all check out. I think he's like the voice of this generation right now. He's called Ren, R-E-N.
Okay.
He is an absolute genius, one-man show. He puts on just the most amazing videos. They're 8 minutes long. They're epics. He's engrossing. He's like a mixture of like if you took Eminem and Jimi Hendrix and morphed them together. And I'm not being like overstepping when I say that. He's
Oh, wow,
brilliant, so smart. He's an awesome guitarist. He's a lot of fun. Ren. So you checked him out
Yeah.
a couple of weeks ago, right? You definitely thought he was a good time,
interesting,
right?
interesting vibe for sure. Yeah.
All right. So any other artists that you guys think like
Go-tos,
just
go-tos.
held
I
the
mean,
test of time?
We lean heavy into Beastie Boys.
Beastie
Like,
Boys.
yeah,
Yeah,
all right.
That's our culture,
Alice
you
in
know.
Chains.
Like,
All right. Alice in Chains.
absolutely.
Soundgarden.
Yep.
I have a band coming in, which is really great to see. I have a band coming in next week, and they take all of their inspo from Soundgarden. They sound very much like
Miss Chris
Soundgarden.
Cornell, man.
It's
Awesome.
actually
Yeah.
great to see a younger generation follow
I
in
saw
those
a
footsteps.
video. Is that when Kitty sounded just like Chris Cornell.
Really? The name of this group?
Oh yeah, I've seen him. He's on TikTok.
Saw him right on
That
TikTok. I
kid
just saw it the other
sounds
day.
like a spitting image. I forget who it is, but
Oh,
he,
not Limp Bizkit.
he sounds like Chester from
Chester.
Linkin Park.
You're right.
Linkin
This
Park.
kid is. It
I
sounds
know
like
who you're
Chester
talking about.
reincarnated,
It was
even
sick.
though it doesn't cross over because he's like 20 years.
Right,
Chester
right.
hasn't been gone 20 years, but he's channeling Chester. It sounds like he could fill in for him
Right.
and play in the band. He's absolutely incredible. But
Yep.
so TikTok is cool like that. You find a lot of people
Find
on
some random
TikTok
stuff.
that are just incredible talents. And you know, I was a hard believer in TikTok for a long time. I was like, no way, there's nothing on there for me. And I started to realize that the algorithm really learns you real fast.
Yeah.
So like I said to you before, my whole FYP page is literally like cooking, comedy, beer, bourbon, all the fun things that I love. And none of the other BS whatsoever. And a police chase every once in a while, because those are funny as hell, right?
That's great. Makes me like,
Sometimes you got 1 o'clock in the morning. I
You
mean,
guys,
did we all watch it at 1 o'clock
Yeah,
in the
why you
morning,
sweating?
right?
did you guys see the Ghost Corvette? Do you guys ever see the Ghost Corvette?
No, but I need
All
to.
right.
What is it?
All right, so the Ghost Corvette is this kid. He actually just got caught, but what he did was he had one of those new C8s, all like cammed out, super fast. Had one of the 360 cams on the back of his cars, blacked out. He would drive out with no license plate at all, and he would intentionally,
into a chase.
run from the cops,
Yeah.
and get views, right?
Oh, Jesus.
So he just got caught. So the funniest thing was about it is earlier in the day I saw him come across the stream. Neil's pulling him up right now. I see him getting him ready. You guys don't see it, but he's getting ready.
Yes.
He's getting ready. So earlier in the day he posted some like comment that was like about to cause some havoc today or whatever, and I noticed he had no plate. No lie, 6 hours later, there was a video on social media where his car is surrounded by cops, and he's ramming cars and takes off away from the cops. He got caught. He's a 21-year-old kid.
Of course he is.
oh, wow.
You know,
He's not a
He just takes off.
45-year-old with a family. That's for
This
sure.
guy is,
Nah, makes me be in jail for
look, turn the lights off. He's gone, bro.
See? Just
Gone.
gone. And then he turns the law. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. He
Yeah,
just
he's gone,
completely
dude.
disappeared.
But it's kinda
Rob
crazy
Evans
to-
just
That's
Rob
me.
Evans
That's
doing
me.
doing the Lord's. Okay, there we go.
I'm Rob.
I'm gonna hide that comment.
He's
No, I'm
right
sorry.
there.
I'm like, this is
He's giving you the
fantastic.
Spotify
He's just
list.
putting the
I put the
Spotify list
Spotify
up.
link
the
up.
guy on the couch.
The guy on the couch.
One of
Yeah.
the greatest guys ever.
The guy on the couch from the Friday movie would not have been doing any.
No,
of
it was
that.
that was half baked.
It was
Half-baked,
Stephen Wright
half-baked,
and
half-baked.
half-baked.
Yeah, it was
Sorry.
Stephen Wright.
He was in for like.
Why is there A and C and D batteries, but there are no B batteries?
B, where the B?
Yeah.
The B batteries.
If you like the Beastie Boys, check out Joey Valance and Bray.
Okay.
All right,
never
cool.
heard of
They're
this.
young
Oh,
guys
Joey
from
Valance, yeah,
State
that's great.
College,
Do you have any
Pennsylvania.
other cold beer over
I
there?
do, yeah.
And they're amazing.
Really?
And they
Hazy
echo
IPA.
Beastie
This is
Boys.
the fun one that I
And the
Uh,
videos are cool.
They're
Fisheye
and,
lens.
and one of their songs
know?
is like crazy on social media. Like everyone's using it. For
Oh,
a
they're
lo-
using it kind of
Yeah,
as the
like-
sound.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's very Beastie Boy.
very Beastie Boys.
So this one's got such a cool look to it. It's Mind
this is different?
Virus.
I love the front of this can.
This is right dead in the middle.
We got another
This
one.
time,
So Neil, if you're zooming in on our table there, you don't have to zoom in, but boom, right there
Come
on
get
the table, the Mind Virus.
Mind virus.
That thing is sweet.
By the time
so it's
we're
a
done
hazy
doing-
IPA.
Hazy IPA, double dry hopped. If
a
you're
hazy?
familiar with hops, this has Cryo Citra, Simcoe, and then a Pacific Northwest hop called Pacific Sunrise.
Pacific Sunrise.
That just
Also known
sounds
as
tropical,
Sounds like
and,
a good
tropical and
THC,
beautiful. What's the features of the Pacific Sunrise?
A lot of those tropical notes.
It's not the same.
I know, but it's a hop. I get it. But
Yeah, I mean it's a nugget.
I was
The
like, I
hop's
just
there.
saw that.
Have you heard of the
Oh, the hops
Drury?
there. Yeah.
The Drury Brewery? Yeah.
Oh, that's dedication.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you
yeah,
go.
it's-
This guy is
that
never
one and then these
he's
ones
never
instead.
fully leaving the field here.
I love it. Dude.
Here, finish that up. Pop that in there. But all right, so this is his hazy IPA, which is exactly as described.
Absolutely.
Hazy, juicy.
shabby because
Got
I
some juice for the juice.
don't like IPAs normally. I said it on a previous show, and I
Yep.
was like, I don't really care for IPAs. They're usually very like skunky to me.
And he's
like,
drank an IPA every week for the last like month.
There you go.
And he's enjoyed each one, right? Because the ones that you've tried have been just really good versions.
Yeah, this is good,
of
man.
See, because I like this because it does have that lingerer thing that
Yeah.
Right.
one.
Right. Yeah.
Linger, man. Linger.
man.
Yeah. Again,
But it's got that
like
Jeremy,
all
chocolate
the
notes,
beers,
like
we
you
try
said.
to make them approachable. We try to make it, so that you're not gonna like take a sip. And
Yep.
like, whoa.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
you don't
what's
want to
going
just be
on in
bowled
there?
over
That's
with hops,
bitter,
right?
or, most people go into thinking an IPA is going to be bitter.
Yep.
Yeah, totally me.
Doesn't
That's
have
me.
to be,
That's me in a
you know.
nutshell.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
doesn't have to
Nah, like I see it on the shelf. I'm like, nah, I'm not
Bitter,
doing
like
IPA.
heavy, or
be. So you're thinking West Coast IPAs. West Coast
Yeah.
IPAs are known for their real hot bite bitterness and they're piney and they're kind of like every feature that I think you're not a big
piney,
fan of.
resinous.
Yeah, it's resinous.
dank.
Now, resiny would be a word that you'd probably like. I
Yes.
think you'd like
Yeah.
that, but you don't want to
Resiny.
drink your resin,
No.
right? You'd rather smoke it.
No, yeah.
So,
Preferably on green nuggets
You're
with
So-
crystals.
Yeah.
what I'm learning about James is that he's finding out that the juicy side of things, the
Yeah.
New England
The New
style,
England style.
is which so many new beer drinkers are realizing. Oh, this is hops. It doesn't have to be bitter.
That's why
it
the
can be
style
all
got-
flavor.
Style became so popular
Yep,
over the past however many
Yeah,
years.
10, 12 years,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, huge,
Yeah.
huge.
Look
Yeah.
at me as your novice, your novice like of your target beer drinker for who would be buying stuff from you that like doesn't really come in on the drastic side where PJ is like super knowledgeable about the things. So for me, every time I have these things, it's like a discovery phase. You know,
it's like a new
Like,
experience.
It really
Yeah.
is. Yeah, it's a new experience.
But I get a
But
kick
that's
out
what-
of it.
that- and that's
that's
what
what I
we're
love. Seeing him
Yeah.
for the first time, having his first porter
That's
that
what
he
we're
really
trying to do.
likes.
Sounds
for
crazy
people,
because I'm in
you
my
know?
40s, but you know,
Yeah.
like I'm
Nah.
not a big drinker. I've always been a big smoker, like a
Same.
big weed
Same.
smoker. You know, like,
It's so funny that he says it like that because
It's
he's
flavor, though.
he's still getting over the idea that it's legal and we could say a little
no.
something
Yeah,
about
yeah,
it
no,
because he's like,
yeah.
I'm
It's
still
fine.
a
It's fine.
smoker.
dude. I mean, it's been.
I do it all the time.
Yeah, exactly. It's just human nature
Yeah,
for us,
yeah.
right?
It's just like beer in essence.
Yep.
It's different flavors.
There's
different
1,000
notes.
different strains that do
There's-
different things
Yep.
and
Yep.
give you different feelings and
But to
hit
help you with
different.
different aches and
Yeah.
different pain, you know?
medicine.
100%.
You guys smoke weed on the
Medicine.
couch or no?
Guys on the couch.
We're big fans.
I have.
Big fans.
Is it 100% in this room?
I
I think
have.
it is, right?
100% this
All
room.
right. I slowed down like 90% less than I used to because I got 2 kids and they take up most of my time. But still, it's enjoyable at the end of a day to just
Sure,
kind
you
of
Nothing
don't
better
wanna
than
be
get
dad,
jumping
like
in the.
wasted dad,
Yeah,
but you want to
exactly.
be functional dad.
exactly,
That's where the dad comes
exactly.
in.
Yeah.
Want to be dad that's
Functional dad.
present. It's really not even about being functional because I'm always functional even when I smoked and
Me too.
enjoyed myself. I worked desk jobs, like computer IT jobs, and I was smoking at the time, and it was no issue. It was never
you
any
zone
motivation.
out.
It actually kind of helped me to just
Yeah, hone in.
answer technical
Hone
calls
in,
and
yep.
fix technical issues.
Because you fixate on stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
what I mean?
Nuance.
Creativity,
You're more,
yes.
you're more
You
nuanced
hyperfixate.
about what exactly is the issue, and the external distractions aren't distractions anymore
Right.
because you're just not paying any attention to it, right?
Exactly.
I say this all the time. It's so crazy too. Like when you go, like the fact that you can go into a store and buy weed blows my
Yeah.
mind,
Yes.
right? Because like for 30 years I've been like
Yeah, you had to go
hiding the
I
fact that
thought,
we smoke
I
weed.
thought it, like, Jersey was going to be like one of the last states to ever do it.
Yeah.
I was like, it's never going to happen. I'm going to be like old and like super gray. And be like,
You're gonna be
"Oh, they
Willie
finally
Nelson.
legalized weed."
Yeah, guys like my dad. My dad finally could be like, I could go into the store, man.
So you go to the store and it's
In
like a
my
whole
day, a
experience.
dime bag used to cost
Cost
a
a
dime.
dime.
Yeah.
You know how much condoms used to cost?
I don't know.
That's true. I don't know. We
Right?
never used them.
Now you go in the store and you can look at everything through like a looking glass,
That's
like a
funny.
magnifying glass.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can smell
Yeah, yeah,
stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You got bud tenders.
Yep.
You got like your 73-year-old, gentleman in there.
Yeah,
you know,
that's right.
getting
Yeah.
some edibles and some weed,
You'd
and
be
you're like,
surprised too. Like a huge percentage of the market that goes to rec dispensaries
Yeah.
nowadays
Older.
are older people.
100%.
Absolutely.
Because
They're
they
just trying to
feel
aches
like,
and pains and
they're
anxiety.
like, oh,
and-
I feel more comfortable doing this now.
Yeah, I
And
don't
it's
have to
not
go
like
meet a dude in an alley
Right,
when I'm
yeah.
74 years
Right.
old and I'm
Yeah.
just trying to get my medicine.
Yeah, but it's
you know?
either that or they're getting all hopped up on this pharmaceutical stuff.
Yeah, the
Opiates.
pharmaceutical
Which is no
stuff
good.
Lives, man.
is
No good
is
for
the
anybody.
problem. That's the
That's no
problem.
good for anybody.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, it's not
degrading
good.
people's bodies and making them addicted to something.
So
It's
Jeremy,
a plant. It just so
Jeremy.
happens if you light it
Jeremy,
on
Mike's
fire.
got a
We
question.
have
man.
Mike over
Yeah,
there with
yeah.
a question.
So echoing the comment, I'm in the camp as you are, where and Carlo is too. Like, you know, people are like, oh, try this IPA. It was always like, all right, you know, they're like you said, it gets so hoppy. But what I really love is, and I've had a couple buddies message me on Instagram being like, yo, this is the shit. So my point is like these are
Yep.
again like what I'm looking at, and again, this is kind of how we started Kingsauce. It's big flavor, but it's not. I'm not getting crushed with this.
Yeah.
Kind of. I think it's a cheap move. This hoppy nonsense.
It's
kinda what
all
you're
about
saying.
the balance, man.
Yeah, man.
It's the balance.
Yeah.
It's just like anything. Anything when you cook.
Too
It's
much
about
too
cooking.
much of anything is too much,
of
right?
anything. A little,
I
just
love
enough
garlic, but if
salt and
all you
something,
taste
yeah.
is garlic, it's going to lose its excitement, right?
Right.
You're
Right.
gonna,
Example,
So
salt.
I like to see hops as like the seasoning, right?
Okay.
Especially in an IPA. You know, so there's certain varietal hops that you can say, oh, all right, that's like my salt, right? You know, like there's a hop called Cryopop.
there you go.
That's like a proprietary blend by one specific hop grower, and that we like to use as like a salt.
You just
essentially.
sprinkle it
Yeah.
on a lot of different
We'll just
things,
do
right?
like a
But if
bag
you
of
put
that
too
and the
much of
dry
that on
hop
there, it's gonna
plus
ruin it.
like these two other varieties, and
It makes a flavor pop, right?
right, yeah. The aromas just like blast out of the glass.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So
So it's what he's saying is it's a cheap move. Sometimes more is just what they think
Exactly.
is good. Just dump
Yeah.
it in, dump it in, dump it
Yeah.
in. That loses its excitement really fast.
Right,
Because you get
right.
hot burn from it. It becomes like fuselage. It's just like
Oh, yeah.
green as hell and
It's
it
like
never
that
goes
hot
away.
sauce, dude, that you were telling me about.
Yeah, which is just a chemical burn with
Yeah, yeah,
capsaicin,
like-
right?
yeah.
It's a novelty sauce.
Yeah.
you know?
It's
You're not
fun.
introducing people to the beauty of beer. You're
Right.
introducing them
But
to
your
the
base
over.
beer needs to be good too,
Uh-huh.
right? So like we use quality malts. We use really good yeast.
Yeah.
All of our yeast we get
Yeah.
local.
Yep.
From a guy right here in New Jersey.
That's amazing.
He has been making yeast in the state, brewing yeast for years.
Dry or wet?
Wet yeast.
Wet yeast.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
So listen to this description. I've always told people that a sandwich is the bread, right? If the bread's not great, it doesn't matter how awesome your meat is. It's just going to be an average sandwich.
That's what she said.
Thank you. Beer is the same way. The bread is your malts. If you don't
Yep.
have great malts,
Yeah.
you're not going to have a great beer. It's your base.
True.
It's what you rest all of your flavor on.
Right.
So at that point, your palate's just going to be underwhelmed with
Yeah.
the base beer.
Yeah.
And
The
who
malts
cares
are-
if it tastes okay otherwise?
Yeah, the malts are there to balance out the bitterness of the hops, right? But
Yep.
like the real star of the show, in my eyes, is the yeast.
Yeah,
Because
because that
without-
creates those fun flavors.
Jeremy,
Without yeast,
That's
it's
where
not
the
even
magic
beer.
happens.
Yeah,
Is
without
that-
yeast, it's not beer.
Rob's got a question.
is that
for you.
Al's yeast?
Yeah. Yeah, from East Coast. Yeah.
I didn't want to say because I didn't know if you wanted that to leak out.
Nice.
Oh,
So
no.
you
But I
got-
know.
East Coast,
But
all
no,
day.
I
East
didn't say the
Coast?
name.
Yeah,
I didn't
East
say
Coast
the
yeast.
name of the company. I said Al's.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if you know Al, then you know who that is.
If you know, you know.
Right, right.
Some people use dry yeast. No, not us. Me and Mike, we've been using.
Yeah, I mean, there's 20 ways to
Live
skin a
active
cat.
yeast.
We say, basically, there's a bunch of different ways to make it happen to get from start to finish.
Right.
And it's all those individual choices that you make that end up being your end product, whether it's going to be amazing or not.
Yeah.
But you got to be able to replicate it every time.
Right.
That's the beauty of it. I mean, if some of your beers are awesome and other ones are terrible, then people just have no reliance on the quality, right? They're like,
oh, trust me,
I
we've
don't
made
know.
some beers where I'm like, it's
Sure.
not for me, but it was cool to make. You
Yeah.
know?
What night now for this one, for instance, would you make this one again in the future, or were you just doing small batch. That's it. We want to
That's
see
it.
how it
Probably
goes,
with
and
this
that's it.
one, that's it. Maybe we bring it back next year. Maybe
That's
we
cool.
do a different 6%
That's cool,
double
man.
dry hop.
Do you guys
IPA.
ever take notice of what sells out really freaking fast? And
Oh, all
then,
the time,
And
yeah.
then look, there's a time and a place for Untapped. I'm not a big fan of it,
Yeah,
but if
neither
you
am I.
see constantly great reviews about a beer, you got to take notice of that and say,
Yeah.
at least maybe look, there's a hat tip going on for that one.
For me,
maybe.
the Untapped is our tap room.
yeah.
Really, like
Exactly.
that's the reality of it. You know, people come in and I say, okay, well, this weekend.
There's the show
know?
and there's the guys
Yeah.
on the couch. There's something going on the guys on the couch.
Well, you guys can't hear us, so it's over. It's fine. We're having
We
our
can
own.
hear you with the microphone.
actually hear
stuff.
you.
That's
We're laughing. We're having. Yeah.
Like if you guys been talking, I have no idea.
Yeah,
You
they're
don't-
just giggling
It's
over there.
funny because
Call me Carl
They're the mod
Parmesan.
squad.
only the two of
Oh,
us can
man.
hear the monitor of everybody, and it's kind
I'm
of
just
funny.
hearing tee hee, tee hee.
You should have heard the shit they said. They said Carlo looks like DJ Khaled, but the Italian version.
He does.
I've
That-
had people tell me that. I had a painting of my kid and myself, and my ex-wife actually got it made for us.
Another one. And
yeah,
another
right.
one.
Some guy's like, "Yo, is that DJ Khaled over there?"
Yes.
It also resembles Drake a little bit.
I was like, "Which one you want?" We're boys.
Rob looks like the dude from The Hangover.
Yeah, he does.
Right?
Oh,
Yep,
hell yes.
absolutely.
What,
Yeah, a little
Yeah,
bit.
the
He
guy who
does.
the dentist,
Yeah,
right?
That's right.
Yeah, the
Stewart who
dentist.
lost
He's
his
not a
tooth.
doctor. He's a dentist.
Dentist.
All right, I guess.
I don't have one for you, Mike, right now. I'm
Mike,
sorry,
I
bro.
think, could be like
one of a
in
kind.
Joe Exotic's show and fit in because he
Mike?
does. Yeah, remember the
Yeah.
show where he the Tiger King?
Yeah, Tiger King.
He could be a character on Tiger King, right?
How to act.
Yep,
Mike
there
is
you
the
go.
more
This is the guy
OG.
you're gonna
He's
be
the
'cause I
OG.
can't. So-
Mike's nickname is the Wolf.
It's
Wolf.
the, yeah,
And
I
that's-
can
and-
see it.
and-
like it.
That's a good nickname
No,
for you,
no,
bro.
it's because Harvey Keitel from Pulp Fiction,
Yep.
Yeah.
the
Yep.
Wolf. This guy can come into any situation, and fix it
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're
and
the
clean
fixer.
it up, and everything fine.
I love
that's
it.
his clean.
There's
you
a
know.
point. His
Very
alter
good.
ego. We call
I'm
Lance.
hearing Adam Sandler is Mike.
Adam
Mike.
Sandler.
I don't know, man.
A little bit. Yeah.
I can't pinpoint it just now. It's the glasses. You have a very unique look. I'm trying to think of what it is. It's gonna come to me at some point.
That's
I
what she
can't
said
wait to
too.
hear this. That's what she said.
This is like what.
There it is. There it is. Yeah, absolutely. Neil's putting it on the screen right now.
Yeah. All right. So that's
Come
definitely
on.
Yeah,
Rob.
look at that. There's
Oh, that's
Rob.
definitely Rob.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Over there.
There's baby Carlos.
Yeah. Rob is the Walmart version of that.
The wall.
Wish. I'm
Timu.
the Wish Virgin.
Rob on Timu.
The Wish version. No, I'm just kidding, Mike.
You know, I get Carlos
Rob, it's
a lot.
all in good fun. It's all in
Carlos,
good
right?
fun.
Nobody calls me Carlo.
He's Carlo.
Carlo.
Not
The best is
Carlos.
when
Everyone
Carlo.
calls
Different
him Carlos.
ethnicity usually, right?
He said Carlo.
I
Yeah,
said
but
Carlo.
everybody.
I know.
You made me like scared for a second. I'm like, when we get off air, Carlos gonna beat my ass.
He's like, listen,
saying it
SA,
wrong.
I'm Carlo.
Carlos, as in, like, Carlo's going to go do that. But, like, everybody would come to the restaurant. I had this one guy in particular. He's like, looked at me dead in the eyes. And he's like, Carlos told me I could make a reservation.
Carlos.
He did.
Carlos.
I was like, well, I'm Carlo. I don't know.
I would
Carlos.
have been like, see.
See, I've done that. I've done that. I've
Mike,
done
I
that
just
couple
had the
times, yeah.
epiphany. I just had the epiphany.
hear it.
You're like the younger version of the dude from Up.
All right. I'll take it. I'll take it.
You were like him in his.
Neil, put that up. Split
You were like
screen.
you were like him in his 50s. You know what I mean?
That's fantastic.
Yeah, early years.
Oh my God, he's a
Before the
Pixar
website.
character.
I don't want to get in trouble here.
There's
I-
nothing wrong with being a
Please don't.
Pixar character. That's freaking amazing.
Like we said, we don't take ourselves. We're the king of ball busters. All right.
Please
we are
don't.
the king.
James is getting shanked before Mike gets out of here.
Mike's, yeah, but he's like that guy, but then there's a little bit of Flavor Flav in there.
That's right.
He's definitely a Flavor Flav, bro. We have a trailer we call
That's
Trailer Flav.
amazing.
So I have this game with my wife that I've been doing. We've been together for 15 years, right? So I mean, originally it started out as something like me being serious because I'm like really bad at identifying people. So I'd be like, "Babe, see somebody on TV? Is that so and so?" And she'd be like, no, you're so far off base, but you can see the familiarization with it, right?
Yeah.
So it's become like an ongoing thing over the last 15 years. So I constantly do it, and I find myself doing it all of the time.
Just analyzing
And I'm
everyone
like,
you
"Babe,
see."
Is that DJ Khaled? You know, babe, is that the old guy from Up? You know, like, stuff like that. And I know that I'm wrong, but I do it on purpose. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that used to be a favorite pastime of mine. Go to the Seaside Boardwalk and sit there,
Yep.
and I would do
Just
celebrity
people watch,
lookalikes.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, people watch celebrity lookalikes.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
you know, and for him, it'd be the who's a record producer?
Oh, Rick
Rick
Rubin.
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 Nice, I'll take
Rick
that.
Rubin.
Rick Rubin
I
or
I
anyone
see
from
you,
Duck
Rick
Dynasty,
Rubin.
I
right?
can do
You
Rick
could be Duck
Rubin.
Dynasty.
You just gotta like
So I
take your
just
hat
cut my
off
beard
and
and I
mess up
cut
your
my hair, but
That beard was
prior to
twice
that,
as long.
I would get Aquaman all
Yeah.
the time.
Here comes
Oh,
Rick
nice.
Rubin.
Aquaman
Here it
Or
comes.
the ZZ
There's
Top.
Rick Rubin.
You know?
There's Rick Rubin split screen with our
A
other
little bit more
guest.
gray in there.
That's
Oh
old
my
Rick
God!
Rubin.
Yep,
So-
that one right there, next to the all gray, when he had a little bit more brown in there.
Speaking of
Jason
Beastie
Momoa,
Boys,
that's
Yeah.
me.
I've got-
That's
Jason Momoa
Minus the
is
six
me.
pack.
Minus half.
Minus the six pack and the tan.
Yeah, minus all the money, the six pack,
Nah,
the
listen,
tan.
bro, I
What
got
did
that DJ Khaled all day.
Yeah.
What did somebody call me
fine
on
with it.
TikTok?
Oh my God! No, I don't forget the guy's name, McGee, something like that. It was just another creator that unfortunately unalived himself or something, but looks like him with a little bit of a curly mustache and big bushy beard. And
wow.
somebody called him out on it, like on one of our socials on TikTok.
I thought he was talking about him because it was ginger. It feels like kind of ginger, and I was like, "Is that you?" And
That's
he's like, "No, he's
funny.
talking about you, bro." I was like,
God,
"Oh."
have you been watching? Do you watch any TikTok at all?
No.
All right, so
Yeah, I
on
do.
TikTok, there's this
I am,
streamer that has
anti-TikTok.
completely blown up, and he's
Sketch?
like 25 years old. His name is Sketch, and he's the
What's up,
funniest
brother?
dude ever. Yeah, what's up, brother? He plays with like some of the biggest athletes in the world. He plays Madden with them, but he's funny as hell. He could be a stand-up comedian.
Nice.
He's so good at it, and every one of his lines now, he's kind of taken like the athletic world by storm. Whenever anybody scores, they do his little fist pump
Special
thing.
teams, special people.
Special teams,
Tuesday,
special
Tuesday.
plays,
Yeah,
special
yeah.
players.
He's all the
so
rave right
funny.
now.
Absolutely, yeah. He's just blown up on the internet. But he's so funny. But
So we also like to call Carlos
Yes.
Carl.
there you go.
Carlos.
Carl.
That's his like.
Carl.
That's his Metagon name. And then, so Junie made business cards. We had this idea, and what Junie did was he made a card that said Carl Parmesan,
Nice.
and
Gotta
So
be
he's-
He would hand
John.
out like all
So-
these chicks. Like
so
after my divorce,
yeah,
and I got
Carla
the
would
rest
be
of
with
it.
his cell phone number on it.
his actual.
With my cell phone. Yeah.
How you doing? I'm a Carl
You
Parmesan.
Carl? Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I would,
Parmesan.
yeah, I would
Carlo Parmesan.
go over to the tables,
Paisan, I got
and I would slip people his card. Be like, "Hey, listen, Chef Carl's a little, shy, but here's his business card. Text him about how your meal was." And it said Carl Parmesan, and they're like, "That's his name." I'm like, "Yeah, it's super weird, isn't it?" Like,
Yeah,
So
and your kid
coincidental.
Come up to you and be like, "Dad, is your real name Carl?"
That's incredible.
No, but Pop-Pop's name was Carl.
Yeah, there you go. And his name was Reggiano.
Yeah.
That's right.
Passed on down the lineage.
Pecorino.
Pecorino.
Rob just flipped the
Super Sata.
Rob just flipped the script over there too, and I can't even get that hangover thing out of my head even more now because
Right?
look at his
He got the
t-shirt
shirt
now. Look at his t-shirt.
Zoom on in over there. No, that got weird.
Yeah. 10 out of 10 on the
Let's get
graphical
weird.
tees today.
All right, we got the old crew in here, so I think everybody would know. But has anybody seen the documentary about Action Park? Do you
Oh,
guys
yeah,
remember?
Traction Park.
oh yeah, I was
Yeah.
there. I lived.
Class action.
Class
Dude.
Action Park.
We survived.
Oh, yeah.
I survived.
I survived.
Yeah.
I have
That's
straight
right. Yeah.
injuries that still linger to this day from the Alpine freaking
Yeah.
slide.
That's right.
Yep.
The Alpine slide, for those of you that don't know or have been blessed to be in
middle
New
slide,
Jersey,
right?
it is
No,
not.
it's
It
the
is
concrete one.
Concrete.
thick
With the
concrete,
little cart where you push the handle forward
and
to
it
go
was
faster. pull it back
domed
to
like
brake.
this. So it was like,
A bobsled.
yeah, it was like the
Kinda like that.
bobsled team,
Yeah, like a luge.
It was like when Cool Runnings was big, right?
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
used to bobsled down these things that were basically roller skates on the alpine sled. Your fingers got stuck under them. Your elbows slammed right into them, and you got scars all up your elbows.
They wouldn't wait till somebody got down to the bottom. They'd just send you.
No,
the
not at
next
all.
one,
So
the
if you
next
were
one,
cruising
yeah,
and somebody was like taking it easy, forget you.
Slammed right in their back.
of them. Bam.
There were times where somebody went up and then stopped for a moment, and then you just wham right
100%.
into them. They didn't have any safety measures whatsoever. They had
the one somebody died at.
Yes.
yes, there. I think there were
This
two.
is the
The
one
one,
up-
They had a
the
water
wave
slide
pool,
with
right?
a loop.
And the Pocono, it's like the
Yeah, they had
Pocono.
They had a water slide with a loop.
But it was a water slide with a
water
loop,
slide.
and
Dude.
half the people weren't heavy enough to make it all the way
I don't
around.
think anybody
Not-
ever made it over.
Not only that, we talked about all this. So they had that. They had the cliff.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
They had the cliff.
The rise and fall of Action Park.
They had that.
New Jersey's
You guys-
most
That's
dangerous
like that
water
suicide
You got-
machine.
park. Yep.
Yeah,
And
you
look
guys-
at that. The freaking math on that just is terrible.
You know
the
what it looks like?
geometry.
It looks like that big
No.
thing from the Ricola commercial.
Ricola.
Like the Alpine horn.
Yes. Yeah. So that thing was just absolutely not engineered to
The
make
wave
anybody
pool,
safe.
the cliff dive, the cannonball drop,
Yep.
the Tarzan swing,
The water,
slumber
the
boat,
wave pool.
the wave
That's
pool
what
was
killed
crazy.
somebody. Somebody was in the wave pool, smaller than the rest of the people around them,
Yeah.
got sucked under, got trampled on, and drowned.
I
Yeah,
thought
well, everybody that worked there, all the employees were like
20.
drunk and high.
Yeah,
20-year-olds. Yeah. It was like camp counselors.
Yeah.
you
So
know?
I will
Like,
say-
they were all worried about chasing each other.
It was
around
like
the pools and
Porky's,
stuff
but in
and
real
bikinis.
life, but without the
it
cool
was
stuff.
real life Porkies.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, 100%.
So I remember somebody that we went with. I was the youngest. I shouldn't have even been there. I was 6, 7, 8 years old at this place that could kill people. But the older kids would go to the bumper cars. They weren't bumper cars. They were just like speed cars, and they had no governor on
Yeah,
them.
they were like little Indy cars.
And they would take them out of
The
the
parking
track
lot.
and go around the freaking
Parking
park with them. It was the craziest thing I ever saw. And the people working at the place were just like, yeah, that happens sometimes.
And I was telling
And I'm
PJ,
like, what do you mean that
you gonna
happens
do?
sometimes? The guy's going for a hot dog. It's over
Yeah.
on the other side of the freaking wall.
Yeah, it's a regular.
Am I going to get the car eventually? He's like, yeah, when he comes back, I guess you'll
and I was
going
telling
to get his
PJ,
lunch.
when I was a kid, I went to a summer camp, and they would take us there.
There's the cars.
Yep.
I love
every
having Neil
summer,
back there. It's so great.
You had to be a certain age to drive those things. You couldn't do it at 10 or 11. I think you had to be 16 or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like
yeah,
that
yeah.
before you
Same
could
age
actually-
as all the employees.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Essentially.
But
Yeah.
I was never old enough to ride them, but I just watched everybody freaking ripping out of
Yeah,
there
it was
on them,
crazy.
and I'm like, are
Yo,
they
Neil,
supposed
if
to
you can hear
be?
this, you're gonna work for us. We're gonna steal you, Neil.
These guys
First of
paying
all,
like
within-
$12
within
an
This is
hour.
the
10
second time
Come
that
on,
this
Neil.
guy's trying to
Within
steal our
10 minutes
employees.
of them being here, they
Yeah,
were
dude.
trying to pillage
Listen, bro.
Neil from me.
Yeah,
already.
seriously. So much for us putting you guys
He's like,
on, right?
Yeah,
You're going to
Ford
steal our
Focus, Neil.
employees.
Here's a T-shirt. I'm gonna take your camera operator and your editor.
That's all it takes.
He's crushing it back there.
That's all it
Both those
takes.
guys are doing a great
A
job.
shirt, leave the sauce, and you can have Neil.
If you guys want to take a break, there's extra bread, meatballs back there, some cheese in the fridge.
right.
Make yourself a sandwich,
That's
or
beautiful.
else
Come on,
I'll be
Neil.
back there. In
Enjoy
a little
He's
bit.
going to
yourself.
get fat and happy, and then he's going to miss this place, is what's going to
I
happen.
haven't said yet on the show I'm on a diet. I have to
Yeah,
say
no,
that, number one.
every week. I'm on a diet.
Yeah.
I'm like, how's that going?
I've been saying that for 5 years, man.
I don't think I've ever said that once in my life.
I want to
for
quit
you,
eating
man.
food, then I'm a quitter, right? No, I've lost 100 pounds twice in my life. And I celebrated so much that I did it. And then over the next 5 years, I just forgot the reason why I did it. And just went the other
It
direction.
takes so much work to lose.
Oh,
it
it
off
is.
again.
It's just relentless.
Crazy.
I asked Mike how he loses weight. He just doesn't eat for like a
Don't
month
eat.
straight.
Stop eating.
Yeah, who
Stop
needs
eating.
that? Who needs nutrition and energy, right?
And
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
dude, Mike, that used to
Yeah,
work for
stress
me,
is the
and
best
then
diet.
like
Yeah,
sub
stress.
40, that doesn't even work for me anymore.
Yeah, it's just fasting.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of science around it.
that's exactly what I did. I would go fasting and get rid of all my bread,
The problem
all the
is-
sugar and all the bread.
I
All
would
the
eat.
delicious stuff you got.
Yep. And not drink these anymore, unfortunately. I would go to a little bourbon, and that would be my drink of choice when I would have something. Just have a couple of fingers of bourbon, and that would be my little like treats.
Oh, we can
But-
talk about bourbons all day.
Yeah, but there's just a lot of ribeyes, a lot of Wagyu beef was great because it's all fat and it's
Yeah.
good fats and it's clean and
Do you feel like it's overrated a little
no, not at all.
Really?
Not at all. And the reason is because I don't go after the Japanese Wagyu much.
bit? Yeah, okay. You don't do the A5.
I do as a celebration of hey, this is what it is,
Of
okay?
course.
But Australian
What
Wagyu.
is A5?
It's delicious.
All right, so I'm going to tell you. So for people that don't know what Wagyu Wagyu is. There are different grade levels of Wagyu, and Japanese Wagyu is graded on an A5 system, which basically means it is now the highest of the high quality of Japanese Wagyu. And then they have a marbling rating. And the marbling rating can go 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
That's what makes the
Japanese.
beef, right? Because essentially the marbling
Look,
inside of it, the
see
way
my
they cook
shirt?
it down in the fat.
Yeah, that's like
the one.
All
that's
of
a
that is
strip,
flavor.
but it's flavor.
It's all flavor,
But
and it
when you
melts
see-
really
there it
fast.
is. There it is.
So
right
let
there.
me
That's
ask you this.
Wagyu, but when
Yes.
you see A5, it's whiter than that.
Yeah, it's snow. It looks like snow.
There's barely any red. in there.
Chef Carlos Khalid, I got a question
I
for
love
you.
it. Carlos Khalid. Carl Khalid.
When you have this kind of fat built in, right? So one of my biggest pet peeves about steak, me personally, and I know other people love it, is I don't love that chewy,
It's not chewy in the
gross,
least.
You don't like this
fat
part. You see
taste,
that bottom
like-
part down
You don't
there?
like
you,
this.
You
You're
try
not-
to, yeah, I don't like that.
Of course.
That
But
melts
that
away
is-
in this.
That's the flavor.
Okay, right. That's
In
the
the
flavor. So my thing is like I typically, if I had that on my plate,
All of this
I would
melts
cut
away.
all
no, you wouldn't.
that off.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. And it's because
But I would.
No, not in Wagyu. And the reason I'm telling you
in Wagyu.
wouldn't is because it's not chewy. It is
Okay.
not chewy.
It melts
Okay,
in
okay,
It
your
okay,
tastes
okay.
like meat butter at that point.
Okay.
It just melts in your mouth.
Beef
And
butter.
beef butter.
You're basically eating beef tallow.
Tallow,
It's
yeah.
it's insane.
Yeah.
I'm going to introduce you to a piece of Wagyu
right, I'm gonna try
and
this.
just eat it the way I cook it, and then to give me your honest opinion
Okay,
about
sure.
it. So Australian Wagyu to me is the best bang for the buck. It's
Okay.
half the price of Japanese Wagyu, but it eats more like a steak, and you could have 10 ounces of it and not feel disgusting.
Yeah.
If you have 10 ounces of Wagyu, you feel horrible.
You have
because
10 ounces of A5.
you've had 7.5 ounces of fat and
Really?
3 ounces of
It's
meat.
like eating
Really?
scrapple, pork roll, and
But the best quality
bacon all
ever.
in one.
Now it's because of the
That's it.
diet that they feed the cow with that
Okay.
makes all this fat. So it's not all fat is equal. You know, like if you take a New York strip and you try to eat that grizzle, it's disgusting.
Yeah,
It's
I
chewy.
can't do it. I
Yeah.
want to vomit right now.
But a Wagyu steak, it is like you put meat butter on there and melted it,
Meat
and
butter.
now it's just drippy and deliciousness. I'll eat
It's a good band name.
Yeah, meat butter.
That's
Meat
a
butter.
band
great
Yeah.
band name.
Wagyu meat butter.
No, just meat butter. Just
Just
meat butter, bro.
or
Yeah.
butt meter, whatever.
Butt meter.
All right, I got a question for everybody before. I know we're getting close to the end of the show,
Yep.
but so for whatever time I have at home, I try to watch a bunch of different shows. I'm like in between probably 12 different shows I feel like right now that I'm watching that I'm drawn to that I watch without my wife. My question for everybody here is, what are you guys have any kind of go-to shows that you're
Current.
into
Yeah,
right
currently
now
right now.
that you highly recommend? Yeah.
Righteous Gemstones.
Nice. Yeah, I was into
Righteous
that a couple of
Gemstones.
years ago.
They
Just
have a new
absolutely
season coming
hilarious.
up, and also Severance is coming up with a new
Severance
season.
is
Severance
great.
is
I
cool,
like
too.
Severance a lot.
Yep.
Nice.
That's
I'll
my
go-
kind of vibe.
I'll go Curse of Oak Island.
Really?
Yeah, I used to watch that. That show was great.
Yeah, man.
So
I still watch it every week.
we talked about this a little bit before. You said you watched Curse of Oak Island, and same thing with you, Carlo. And I made the allusion to Gold Rush.
Yeah, we love that.
I was
too.
just gonna say, you
Gold
probably
Rush.
watch
all the
Gold
gold
Rush
shows
too,
I
right?
love.
Yeah.
All the
There's
gold
gold
shows.
in them there hills, and we're gonna find it.
Whoever the production company is that puts that show together, I believe they're a UK-based company,
Yeah.
but they really have the ability to make gold mining appealing across the board.
Exciting,
My wife
and
likes
like
the
you're
show.
gonna find something.
Oh, yeah.
It really makes me want to just quit everything I'm doing and go and find gold.
Let's
People
do
are
it.
going to
Let's
Home
do
Depot
it.
and
Let's just do it.
I'm gonna start sifting.
Sand.
I'm gonna find
your own
it. They
plant.
found it.
Great show. I mean, for me, I like The Gentleman a lot. I don't know
I
if you
love
guys
Guy
caught
Ritchie.
up on that at all. With Guy Ritchie made it. Great new series that's out.
Nice.
So I'll talk about one that is an older show that I'm just getting into because it just kind of fell on my radar again. Peaky Blinders. I never got into it in the past just because I was into 10 other shows and there's too much TV. So I'll say that right away. There's too much really good
There's
stuff.
a lot of.
And I can easily fall into a trap of watching 2 seasons of something and then watching something else and never really getting to see the
do that
conclusion
a
of
lot.
things, right? So I'm trying to make an effort to really see things to its conclusion. And I got into Peaky Blinders. And that brings me to a topic that I want your opinion on. All right, so have you ever heard of the comedian Andrew Schultz?
Yes.
Yep.
He's hysterical. He's a selling out arenas everywhere. He's a brilliant comic in that he learns the ethnicities and the nationalities of the place that he's doing, and he does. There we go. Neil, you're awesome. You're on your game. So
I know who he is.
Andrew Schultz.
Isn't he like Armenian or
This
something
guy's
like
great.
that?
So Andrew Schultz had this haircut that for a while I was like, what the hell is going on with his haircut? It looks like his barber started and then just stopped, right? He got like a half a fade.
Yeah.
I'm watching Peaky Blinders and now I get it. Peaky Blinders back in the day, I guess the idea was we can use a straight razor now on the rich people's hair or the people that have money, and they didn't blend. They didn't have like a freaking wall blending, blade.
Yeah.
But they would straight razor shave. So it looks really cool on Cillian Murphy there. But Andrew, he's lucky he's a decent looking dude because I don't understand.
I don't think so. I think he looks like the dude that parks the Ferrari in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah, that's a good call. That's a good call.
That's a good, right.
That was nice.
There's
Hey man, relax.
there's
Hey, man,
relax.
Who did that? Hey man, relax. Dude, right on.
He's always in those like one-hit movies. It's like
Yep.
not that great
I
when
to-
he's in it.
But
I
Schultz
told
is
you
funny
guys.
as hell, so I will tell you to check out his stuff.
I
He's
am a
absolutely
savant
hysterical.
at this stuff. I'm telling you. It's like
I love it.
my
We're
hidden
coming in
talent.
to find that he has an absolute
That's
skill.
going to be our bits, one
yes.
of our bits.
James, who does this guy look like?
Yeah.
Boom, that's it. We're
right.
identifying characters.
Jeremy, you watch TV, bro?
Yeah.
What do you watch?
Lately, For All Mankind.
For
What
All
is
Mankind.
that?
That is a sci-fi series,
No,
right?
no. So it's like an alternate universe that
That's what I
the
just said.
Soviets were the first to land on the moon and not the Americans.
Oh shit!
Oh, that's kind of like
So
what's
it's
that
like
other
It
show?
starts with that, and then it kind of
He's just like an alternate storyline of this country and,
then
what
it's
happened
like
in this
it's,
world.
So it's
yeah,
kind
it's
of
an
like
alternative, like
science
the space
fiction.
race, essentially, right? Like who was the first woman to space? Who was the first?
yeah, this is like an alternate storyline
All right,
about
so
everyday.
It's kind of like the Man in the
Right.
High Tower.
right.
Have you seen that one?
No,
Man in
no.
the High Tower is like if the Nazis in China had won World War II.
Okay.
And
so
they
it's
they
the story of
occupy
what would
areas
happen.
of
What
this
happened,
country
yeah.
that are China and Germany,
Yeah.
but in modern time.
That's cool. All right, speaking of historical
wait, you
shows
didn't
that
get-
I think are absolutely funny. Hold on one second. Drunk History. You ever watch Drunk History?
I've seen it come across.
I
haven't
tell
watched
drunk
it.
history.
It's yeah, exactly. We've all done it, but it's
Yeah.
funny as hell.
Yeah,
it's
it's
on
pretty funny.
Comedy Central. It's where they get really famous actors and actresses to get absolutely smashed and then give the history of George Washington.
Yeah.
like a story.
Like a story.
Wait,
And-
how do they vet this? Like they just make it up, or they?
No, they base it around a real story, but the
okay,
way they
okay.
tell it when they're drunk is like, there's this guy and he
I
had like
think they
wooden
might
teeth.
they must
Yeah.
give them like a synopsis,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like here's the story about the Boston Tea Party.
Now make it
here's
funny.
the
Yeah, yeah, to make-
information.
yeah.
Remember it. Now you're gonna drink a half a bottle of whiskey.
Yeah, and then tell
then
me,
tell me back the
from
story.
memory about
Right,
that story.
exactly.
Yeah, they'll
I
be
would
like,
have zero success on that show because I cannot remember anything.
that would make for a better
Oh,
show.
it'd be great. Right.
There's this dude, and he like
All right.
was selling wooden teeth. and,
So whoever's the casting
President.
agent for said show,
Yeah.
you can reach out to me. I'll put my email address. In.
so what shows are you into?
Carlo,
right
what are you
You know,
watching?
like, I'm
Pee-wee's
getting
Playhouse?
excited for
Oh, that's not
House of
bad.
Dragon.
Jerry.
House of Dragon coming back in June.
Yeah.
Cowboy
I mean,
Carl.
you know, I'm into all that shit.
All we're doing is talking. He's at Pee Wee's Playhouse.
It was Cowboy Curtis. But
Cowboy-
Mario.
Cowboy Carl.
And the
Cowboy
male,
Carl.
male guy. right?
Carl.
And then what was the other one? You know, Cobra Kai, believe it or not.
that's a
It was
good one. That's a good
fantastic.
one.
I just got caught up to that. I just watched the last one of the season that's
Johnny's
out so
like
far.
one of us.
He's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Dude, I used to do a podcast during the pandemic called Kicking It Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
And we would storyboard a couple of episodes and talk about the funny things that happened and how fantastic it was. And Johnny exactly is one of us.
Can I say this?
Coors Original.
I am super disappointed that Terry
Highlight.
Silver in Cobra Kai, not one time in the show did whoa. Whoa. Like, how do you do the whole show and never do that?
At least once.
I was just hoping for an Elizabeth Shue cameo because
Yeah.
she's still
100%.
beautiful.
She's still
Dude,
beautiful.
Talk
Yeah.
about boy crush, you know. Like I was Back to the Future guy. I loved Elizabeth Shue. Adventures of the Babysitter.
Yep. Yep,
Man,
absolutely.
her and Jennifer Love Hewitt.
The 80s were a beautiful time, and the 90s carried that baton for a while, man.
Oh yeah,
That's right.
What
Early
else are you
90s.
watching, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, what did I just get done? Like you said, Curse of Oak Island, big fan. I'm still waiting for them.
Bluey,
to
a
find
never
treasure.
Bluey guy?
find
Me
anything.
and my dad could relate to it because my father's a goldsmith.
Yeah.
So like the gold shows, we connect and we can bullshit about it. for
Yeah,
like a
that's
good
awesome.
Solid hour. Like, hey, Dad, you watch that episode? Freddie just died, and we're like, damn, dude.
You used to always love the old man.
Uh,
There's
not
gold
Freddie
in them
Dodge.
here hills.
Dakota Fred.
Dakota Fred, man, that's
right.
right. You know,
Man, he
kicked
was
the
a rough
bucket.
guy.
Rough. He had a shaboot. He had one of those big
Yeah.
tall boots.
One leg's a little bit shorter than the other one.
Shaboot.
I
A
remember when they
shaboot.
first brought him onto the show for
You got to
the
pop up a
Hoffmans,
shaboot when he says that.
right? Because they weren't getting any gold, and the landowner was like, "We're gonna bring in this guy." And he had to like overrun the Hoffmans,
man,
right?
the whole thing.
And they hated him. They hated him so much.
Wanted to kill him. The one guy was ready
Hell
to
yeah.
fuck the show. He's just like, yo, the cameramen were holding him back and everything.
Talk about crazy. And Chris Dumit was brought in to build a cabin for them on their like first season of the show. Talk about stepping shit. Then goes over, starts working for Parker as his gold cleaner.
Oh, yeah,
and
dude.
his most one of his most important guys. You know, Dumit makes good money,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, Dude makes good money. He
You know-
smokes a cigar all day and counts. He doesn't have to ride the truck.
That's
His
the
ears
life.
shot.
That's the life.
He smokes a cigar all day and counts the gold.
Yeah, he gets him
What is
his
he?
gold. You know, him,
That's an
Mitch,
important job. It's very
and,
important.
the other kid, the redheaded kid. I can't think of his name. Starts with a T right now. Runs the other one. The other.
Well, it's Todd, and then who's? Yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Timmy.
Timmy.
No, his name's not Timmy. It's
Theodore.
Mitch.
Tommy.
and- No beard. No beard.
Terrence.
Teddy.
No.
Trevor. I think it was Trevor.
I can't remember.
Theo.
Theo.
It's not a normal T.
Anything
but
Theo
it's a T.
Huxtable.
Not
No,
Theo.
Theo. Trent.
Another great show.
yeah, great show.
Great show.
Back when Cosby used to be great.
Matters.
You gotta stick your finger in the pudding to make a jello pudding.
I want to have you guys back and have like a whole Gold Rush conversation because I want to talk about what the fuck happened with Rick. Like, what did Rick do to his life? Like, how much cocaine did he do in 1 year to look like Artie Lang?
with the smush nose.
You know what I mean? Like, he came back in the next season. I was blown away. You know, talk about finally made it, got himself set up, made millions of dollars. Then it's like, I'm not coming back this year. Fucks the dude that give him the land lease. So this guy makes no money for a year. Then comes back a year later
It's because he got a taste of that show money.
and completely concave, ruined
Right?
his whole
Changes
fucking
people.
life.
Was he still fat?
He's
Because
always
Artie Lang
fat.
is fat. And I mean, how do you stay that fat on coke?
I don't know.
That much coke that your face collapses, and yet you're still 450.
Party?
How? How does that work?
Talk about blowing all your life away.
Yep.
Oh, man.
All right, so we were here with Kingsauce. They brought us
Lots
their
of sauce.
amazing
Meatballs.
sauce, meatballs. We still
Thank
got a
you.
meatball sandwich
The
we
fresh
cut up
bread.
after the show. The fresh bread stuck out. Every bite was
What's your
absolutely
father's
delicious.
bakery
Overall,
again?
No bullshit.
Yeah, tell us about the
Your father's bakery
the
again?
bakery.
What's the name?
My father's Rando Bakery, Atlantic City.
Rando Bakery.
Yep.
Been around since 1909, if I'm not mistaken. My great grandfather was a part of it,
Guys,
and
that's 115
their father.
years.
It's the generations go.
yeah.
It's 115
Bump.
years, bro.
I love that you do the math just like that.
You know, these guys.
Yeah, I don't
have
have to do
nothing
They
for
comedy.
do it right. And the other one was there's a Formica's Bakery where that was the competition.
That's
but to
my
me,
grandmother's maiden name.
Is it
Formica.
Formica? Well, look at that.
Straight from Italy.
My great grandfather
Rose.
taught Frankie Formica, I think, how to make bread because eventually there was a
I
falling
think they
out
should
with family.
pronounce it more as a Formica, but
And they made
same
Formica.
thing.
Yeah, there you go.
It might have been Formica, but it's not for
It
Carlos.
could be related, bro.
But
Micah family.
Kingsauce,
Yeah, they
just
really blew
before
up in
we
the
go,
70s
I
with
just-
those countertops.
greatest condiment in the world. Want everybody to try it out. Please do.
It's excellent.
That's great.
I heard the countertop comment. That was great. He said they really blew up in the 70s with those countertops.
Yeah, there's Formica.
Micah countertops.
Formica's.
I'm secretly rich and just never got any of the money.
And then over here to my right, we had Jeremy Watts. He is
Fantastic.
the one of the brain trusts behind Source Brewing over in Colts Neck, New Jersey. We have enjoyed
These were
four
great,
four
man.
different
Yeah.
beers,
Thank
right?
you so much.
All
Was
the
it three
and
or four?
all the
Oh,
four.
this guy
Yeah,
right
four.
here.
The other one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
four.
yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you so
absolutely
much.
delicious. Always delicious, man. Great to have
Man,
you.
props
Yeah,
to both of you guys.
absolutely.
Both have great branding on here.
Yep.
I give you guys credit for that. Both great
Thank you.
products.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a little plug real quick. Though.
Yes.
Every Friday, beerbroadcast.com. Go on, new beers every Friday.
Wow.
Yeah, that's where everybody
stuff.
finds out about your new releases. They can pre-reserve them, and then they go and pick them up at their leisure time, right? Like
Yep,
a
absolutely.
couple of days to pick it up at least.
Yeah,
so,
we give you about a week to come pick it
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
awesome.
we're lenient too if you haven't,
Yeah,
issues getting
good.
to us. But
it's
come
good
visit.
stuff.
And
I-
Kingsauce will bring you a bottle to your house
Yes.
In southern New Jersey.
in southern New Jersey.
We have
Jersey. Yeah,
to,
don't be
yeah.
cold from
the
Because
we're
radius is
driving it.
southern New Jersey
Well,
out to
Bur-
Singapore, right?
Burlington, Ocean, and South.
Yeah.
Nice.
And we just want to say thanks to, we just started a month ago and we got a bunch of retail partners: Florida Cold Cuts, Hula Grill,
Nice.
Hidden Creek Farm, Sickler Circle Farm, out in
Passion
Bridgeton.
Vine
Passion
Brewery.
Vines.
Passion Vines just jumped on board.
Ooh, that's a good
Ed's Deli
Yeah.
in West Stepford just jumped on board. If I'm forgetting anybody, I apologize, but we're brand new. We want all the feedback. We're grateful.
And then after this AC Beer Fest, you're going to get a bunch
Yeah,
of new
and
interests.
hey, we-
I hope
And
so.
stop and
I
see
got
us.
to get in the chef's hands so that they could be creative because maybe they have a different ingredient. Like my man put prickly pear in beer.
Put some truffle.
Made
Yeah.
a believer.
Put
in
some
me.
truffle in your sauce.
And go to the Queen Bean
Truffle.
Bistro
So
in
like you
Ventnor.
said, highbrow
Highfalutin to lowfalutin.
Queen Bee Bistro in Ventnor.
Yeah, they make one of the best burgers we've
Smash
had.
burger.
Nice.
It's got king sauce
make a
on it.
good
It's a double
smash
smash
burger
burger.
at Phil's
Our
There you
boy
go.
Chef Sal.
Yeah.
And again, we'd be
That
nowhere
respect
without
burger.
Amy at Hula Grill. So check out Hula Grill on the boardwalk. Her stuff is amazing. It's a Hawaiian
Ocean
theme.
City.
Ocean City. Hawaiian theme, legit.
I mean,
like-
think you've just done this in a couple of months. So in 6 months, you're going to
Yeah.
be shouting out 100 businesses
Yeah.
that are all using your
All these
stuff.
people are so great.
I just
All
thought
these
of something
these
good for this.
businesses
Yeah,
helping
thank
us
you
out.
guys.
Go for
Thank you.
Pastrami sandwich. Just
Oh.
slamming on a pastrami
Yes.
sandwich.
And New Jersey, what's it? South Jersey Smokehouse.
South Jersey Smokehouse.
South Jersey
our boy
Smoke.
Dan.
He makes the best pastrami.
Is it
true.
sliced thin?
He
Our
can
boy,
slice it
yeah,
thin
thin
for
or
you.
thick.
chopped.
Yeah,
He's
it-
got,
it's
South
made to order.
Jersey
Yeah, his
Smokehouse.
salmon
He
is
makes
amazing. His pastrami's amazing.
There he is.
Also,
he's got him up there.
Also,
Yeah, there it
Water
is.
Dog,
Nice.
Water Dog in Ventnor. They make some.
Oh,
great
there's
sa-
the king sauce. Yeah, right
They
on
make
the
some
table.
great sandwiches with
Yeah.
our stuff. You go
Yeah,
check out Water Dog in Ventnor.
There's a lot of
Yeah, a lot of really
lot of
great
local
local people
support.
that have supported
Yeah,
us.
if you're in
And
South
more-
Jersey
more
and you're
to
not
come.
eating king sauce, you're making a big mistake.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're
And
messing
we're
up.
going
You're not even
north.
in South
So
Jersey.
You're wrong. You're a loser.
Because you're going to get a visit from one of these guys. They're going to show up. I think Mike's going to show up with a lion. It might be a
that's right.
baby one, but that'll
right.
be cool.
And a bunch of balloons I'm gonna have. I'm
That's
gonna have
right.
a bunch of balloons for
You're
some
going to be in
reason.
your pool chilling outside your house.
Rob will
You're gonna
show
be there
up with a
King
tooth
Sauce.
missing, right? Like
Yeah.
the guy from Hangover.
They'll be signing autographs
Hey, yo,
at
Mike,
the
I
AC.
want you to try
convention.
this sauce, Mike.
Are you
All right,
guys
thank
going to
you
be
very
at the AC Beer Fest, or I'm going to say no?
Unfortunately, no, we are
Okay.
not. No.
You're going to come after this.
Come out, hang out.
come out and hang out with us.
Come out, Jeremy. You're invited, man.
Yeah, we got to hang out.
My man's planning for his 420 wedding. That's what he's doing.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
gonna
that's
be an
right.
amazing
I'm
Congratulations.
time.
inviting myself. I'm crashing.
So, congratulations.
Yeah, man.
Welcome to
Totally.
marriage world in just another week. But you guys have been married for a long time. You've been
Yeah.
together forever, right?
Yeah, like over 8 years.
There you go. All right,
Well,
cheers
thank
to
you
you.
so much, guys. We
thank
really
you.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
We
appreciate
really
having
do.
it.
We'll have you guys back in
That's
about
awesome.
6
Yes,
months, and
please.
we'll revisit where the numbers are now, and we're
Right
just
on.
going to laugh about what it was and how it is
You have
come
to
to
call
what
our
it's.
agent though, probably.
Yeah.
By the
All
way.
right. If we got to do it, we got to
We're
do
gonna
it.
We're going to have to pay to have you
have
on
your
the
people
show.
call
No
it.
We're
green
gonna have to
M&Ms
pay.
and all that
Essential
shit.
Yeah, we're gonna have a rider, man. No green M&Ms.
We'll see you guys on Saturday for real. Aside
Yes.
from
Word.
this, looking forward to it. We'll be there all day.
We're
So
gonna
Hang out
have
with us.
we're gonna
Come
come
over.
film you guys and stuff.
Little
Sick.
tiny tastes of like 60 beers. And we're going to get the weirdest drunk you've ever been.
I'm into it.
Like Rob
get
said,
weird.
Rob
Let's
Shirt
get
says,
weird.
Let's get weird, brother.
That's it.
Let's
All
get
right.
weird.
Thank you for watching as always. We'll see you guys again next week.
Thank you.
We have a 418 show next week with Local Smoke Barbecue, which is going to be amazing. We're doing a week of smoke, right? We're going to do
Yeah.
local smoke on the 18th. And then the 20th, we're doing Prime 13 Smoke Out event. It's almost like we planned it. That's going to be a lot of fun. So I'll see you
Like
guys
we're
there.
genius or
Yeah.
something.
Geniuses, evil geniuses. And we got eating challenges coming up May 2nd. So that's going to be absolutely insane. We have a Cluck You wing eating challenge. So if you think you can eat wings at a rapid rate, I want you here. We're going to be in the sound studio for that one. It's going to be absolutely insane. And then to top it off, we're going to have 3 other contestants who are going to eat gourmet donuts.
We have donut eating
from
contest.
Broad Street Doco, which is one of the
difficult.
best
Hey,
donut
great donut.
places.
Bring your
She makes
gluten
amazing
allergy.
donuts. Yes, bring your gluten allergy and just swell up on the show. It's going to be extra fun, extra gluten. All right, cheers, guys. Thank
All right,
you very
everybody,
much.
have a good weekend.
Cheers,
Thanks for tuning in.
See you next week. Peace.